little while to load, but I believe we are live.
Okay. Okay.
We leave, eh?
We leave it?
Indeed, we leave.
Dang it!
Gotta be faster than that. Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Listen, I was trying to find the rock bottom meme again.
Distracted.
I was.
You distracted on two fronts.
Yes.
No! No!
Chat doesn't know about that.
It's fine. It's fine. Let them use their imagination.
That's a dangerous thing to say.
It is a dangerous thing to say.
On the internet.
Been in Yelling's mind.
Find out.
It's fine.
People already know my mind is like a little out there.
It's all like, yeah, that's a word.
It's gonna be like, oh wow, Yelling's thinking something super crazy, when in reality it's not even. It's probably very tame comparatively.
She goes to left, opt in the meme chat.
Yeah, I go absolute insane in the meme chat. So people think I am crazier than I am. In
Oh
theory.
no, it's Lamilla! Rock bottom.
Can we just pretend that's what Antonius holds?
Makes it.
Well,
Kind of makes
it's
it
still
weirder.
turning it. It's still crumbling into dust, but he picks that up.
I mean, I still stand by the fact that there's not that much rock bottom left anyway.
I still stand by saying that she has a Hank Hill ass.
I don't know if
Cliffhanger.
it's that bad. I mean, she's definitely not thick by any stretch of the word, but I don't know if she's got the Hank Hill ass.
Also,
It's funnier
to
if
be
she
fair, I think this image has a relatively not super over the top, but looking sculpture thing.
I mean, like, she's also, like, in the back, so you can't really see because a lot of her outfit is covered up by other people in that image.
No. She has a corset on.
But
Where's her
that
hip?
changes the shape. That changes the shape in many different ways.
Where's her hips?
Behind some people's clothes that are in front of her.
Hold up. I need to
What are we talking
find
about?
the Ludmilla image.
Ludmilla.
We're
and-
trying. This is the real, like,
Where's the...
pre-game ramble that everyone's here for. We gotta figure out the existence of Lumilla's ass.
Wait, let me...
Non-existent.
Can you pull up the thing, because I am blind and I cannot find
It
it.
should be.
It has half
Where
of
in the
her.
handouts is it?
Flat
In
and
the handout,
tasteless.
There's Brides of Strahd handout. It should be towards the top
Oh,
of the journal.
then I
entries.
might have.
It has half of it covered with the cloak, and the other half has the corset and her arm. You do not see any hips.
Yeah, it's like it goes flat, straight down.
You cannot tell from that.
Yeah,
Also, the
I kind of
wings,
agree.
like, hide it really well too.
Yeah, like...
The thing is, like, with corset like that, it's
Hey, Mort.
much shorter than her actual body. Like, it doesn't go down to past her tummy. It's short.
So if you look at the corner of the corset, you can see a little bump there. So that indicates where the hip starts.
I mean, you can also
No,
see,
it
like,
does
where
not.
her arms are, and there's, like, just enough space in between those two areas where you can sort of
There's
see a shape.
distance before her like actual hips. That is not.
Or, you know, torment me.
All I'm saying-
Normally the hip starts where the crick of the elbow is. So that's where the corset is started. So that means she has no hips, she has no ass.
You know what? I
Listen, we
feel
all
like
agree. She has Hank Hill ass.
We're-
Nothing
But she has-
denies that.
We're in
but she has
stream.
legs for days. No ass though.
We're in stream starting soon, but just so chat has like some inkling here, I'm gonna go to the main screen temporarily and try to fix this so they can see what we're discussing here. If I can get
She's all legs
to work.
under that dress.
Okay, that's
Where's that picture of Peter Griffin?
It's
She
Peter
has
Griffin's
a lot of
cousin.
legs. Yes, I
Do
agree with
those legs
that.
all
But
show
I
up
don't
when they
know.
fly? Yes,
Show
they do.
everyone.
Her legs go all the way up, but no
All
ass
right,
though.
so Ludmilla chat is right here in the back. She's, in
That's
fairness,
why she.
covered a little bit by this cape, so you can't exactly see her butt, but I would like to posit that, like, this arm here, there's a little bit of gap there, so you can see the top of the corset to sort of make an idea of what her ass might look like.
She has no ass.
I don't know
Now-
if you could call it like that is.
Now the one in red, you can see how the end of the corset is in it as where the arm.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch over there.
So that's where the hips start.
Okay.
She has hips. No, she has an ass. Now,
Why are you sounding like Felice Johnson?
now,
Getting him riled up.
now, when I sees it, I want it. And I want it, I'm going to get it.
Just like you automatically went with Felice Johnson when you start talking about ass.
Then, like, it's no secret that Hoshi here is a parent, so there's one thing he knows, it's ass.
You're not wrong.
Right.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
I got 3 kids, so yes, I do know.
The inside of the elbow is by the waist, which is the thinner part of the chest area in general. I could say from literally standing up to prove this point.
Again, I'd like to say
Granted, I don't have much legs. Draco
if you look
can
at the other-
attest to that.
he is small.
The other two, you can see where the
He is
hips
small.
start and where the critical elbows are.
The elbows are basically where the edge of that corset is.
And that's where that is also where the start of the top of the hip is. And you see on the other two, that's where it starts to curve.
Can we all agree that
That is where
Whatever
her stomach would be. I don't know about hips.
I think if there's one thing we can all agree on is that this outfit is not doing Ludmilla any favors. Like the fact that we
It
have
is
to
Yeah,
argue,
no, it's
like, the fact
not.
that we have to
So
argue
what?
about this.
I think regardless of
bad.
everyone's standpoint on ass versus no ass, that outfit does not do her well. It does not do her justice.
It does not.
He has no ass.
Well, it doesn't matter because she's dead. So
True.
Her
You know-
ass is in the grass.
Since we have this
gonna be-
picture up, and we're still
going-
technically in starting soon, I want to bring something up. Each one of these brides has a different sort of class to them. One of them might be an assassin. Who do you think is the maybe assassin?
oh, I don't know.
man.
Maybe the one with the mask.
Nah, that's
I was
crazy.
saying, mask and gold dress, because you gotta look the most out there if you're gonna be an assassin, so they don't recognize you.
I feel like it's actually the red one, but
No,
I could see why someone could guess.
she looks like a
but-
spellcaster.
There is
The
an
red one.
argument to be made for the red one being an assassin, because, like, you wouldn't expect it. There's possibly some high fidelity, like, high class sort of person pretending to be just regular old noble for backstabbing shenanigans with their charisma alone.
It's like the headdress kind of looks like it could be a hood or a cape type thing. So she not cape, but like a hood type thing. So she could probably like hide
He has
her
a
head.
do-rag on. That's a do-rag.
Is,
Yeah.
is that
Yeah.
what it is?
It kind of is,
No.
honestly.
I mean, kind of.
I can't tell with this image. Being brutally honest.
She's trying to get waves.
Also, I would like to bring up the one with the mask. That is a skull. She could be a necromancer.
Like wild card shot. The one in the mask is a berserker. I have a feeling she's gonna throw hands and like snap someone's arm.
I could believe that the one in the mask is a necromancer.
Also looks like somebody that Antonius would try to get with, to be honest with me.
Honestly, the necromancer was Ludmilla, I think.
Yeah. Ludmilla
wait, hold on.
was a
Hold on.
spellcaster.
My buddy has a meme now.
Oh,
You guys
boy.
have forced
God.
What's that?
We haven't even escaped the starting soon.
We're still
What is
technically
it?
in starting soon. I just brought us to main screen so we could actually show chat
There
the
you go.
image for proper reference. Okay, hold on. I'm going back to starting soon so I can look at this. to share this. I mean, I know one of you made this, but share this with everyone in chat.
Thanks, Mort.
It's like this.
Yo, your wife looks mad funny in that dress, bro.
You let her walk out like that? What is wrong with you, Strahd?
She's like this ancient TV show called Between the Lines. They have those characters that can't hold on much longer.
Oh God, you're quoting cliffhanger.
Camilla just has concave ass.
Oh man.
I can't breathe.
Antonius really dodged a bullet in more ways than one, in fact.
Yeah, of course it would make sense that Antonius goes for the one with the least amount of ass. The least appealing of all the wives.
Yeah, he's like
Damn.
he's like a more focused store for him to grab onto.
Alright. Oh my god. We should
Ellen, this is why I said Antonius can do better.
Yeah. Honestly, yes.
That's why you
know,
said that.
One
you know,
of many
honestly-
reasons.
Bride of Strahd. No.
If Antonius
Lack
didn't
of
like
faith.
Lumilla, this would be the fucking vicious mockery. The meme.
Man, I wish Antonius was this savage, just saying like, "Yo, why you have no ass?"
That's when Clover just shares for why your wife look like this and have a flat ass.
What happened to her ass? What did
What
you
happened?
do?
He could have
No.
diabetes. He can't have too much cake.
Oh God!
You really gotta watch his blood sugar.
Chat, the funny thing is,
Never
we had
gonna
an
start.
entirely
This is gonna be the
different cold
entire
open
stream.
prepared for tonight,
Oh,
and
man,
then
I love
this
you
shit
more.
happened.
This is not. Okay, that's it. End stream. That's the.
Well,
No session today. We're laughing too much.
it was a good one, guys. A lot was accomplished this stream. I don't think we need to do much more, but
The real like, bad evil guy. Mort and his memes.
okay. Who would like to do the recap now? Seriously?
Draco, you can't start laughing. I'm gonna start laughing.
Okay, I'm good. I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, who does not have inspiration?
I can't even say I
Sometimes
don't
you-
anymore.
You're gonna make me start again.
Wait.
All right, inspiration, people, come on.
And I wasn't. I actually still didn't watch it last week's session, so I kind of need this myself.
Just so
Hoshi, what is it now?
Look at chat. Look at chat.
Morton Jack. It looks like I threw a copper piece against her rear and make a dull thudding noise. Tony's properly. Oh my god.
This has to be the realization that Antonius makes after Lumilla dies. It's like, man,
Just has like a moment, a religious experience where he goes, wait a minute. Oh my
Okay.
god.
I'm good.
Oh, God.
Okay,
let's do the recap.
so yeah, recap.
I have inspiration, so I'm alright. And Dragar has inspiration, I believe.
Yep,
Yeah,
I have inspiration.
Why'd you remind him?
Oh, I knew.
Because
Don't you
Yeah.
worry.
he has it on. He has this on his
You
notes.
think
Of
he-
course, he's gonna remember.
You think he's not holding on to that? He's haven't had inspiration this whole time.
True.
Well, I know he's holding on to it.
That's a
I'm
Chekhov's
just
gun that will
saying-
blow up eventually. Whether it'll be good or bad is up in the air still.
I forget, what is Chekhov's gun thingamajig
Chekhov's
again?
gun means it's something that's shown in media that will be used later. It being shown at all
Ah.
proves that it will be used at a later point in time. As an example, in what was that movie? Shaun of the Dead, there's a shotgun in their favorite pub. It is very clear that shotgun is going to be used at some point.
Or like the intro to JoJo.
Yeah, or that. With all the clocks.
Not that one, the other one.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
good. Okay.
I know what you're talking about
Yeah,
now.
I'll just-
I knew something was up with that. I just
I'll
was when we went through all of the stands, I'm like, okay, maybe they edited it out or something. I'm like, nope. Okay, it's this one.
All right, everyone, focus.
Yeah.
I'll do the recap just so we can get through it. I already have inspiration, but if someone's missing it, I'll pass that on.
I'll
If that
allow
is
it.
okay.
I'll allow it.
Okay. Sorry, someone just told a funny joke earlier. Okay. Last time we entered into the Castle Ravenloft proper, we were down in the lower levels, just trying to figure out where to go. Clover with the locate object, she was able to find that the heart that we are looking for is up very high in one of the towers.
248 feet.
Yes, that exact distance. So Clover sneaked forward up the stairs, up several flights of stairs. She saw several concerning things, but ultimately at the very top of the stairs, she saw the heart across a very long hallway. So she came back down, which it took like 30 minutes to go up and down the stairs for some reason, but regardless, we all tried to sneak up the stairs, and some people tripped. Not saying who, but some people did trip. We made a lot of commotion, but through Clover's honeyed words, we were able to sneak by under the guise that we were vampires. She used some other word, but I can't recall it. We tried to go up some more stairs, but I believe it was Dave who tripped. He fell into a rug that came alive. We easily defeated that. A painting came alive and we also easily defeated that. Then we came across one of Strahd's brides. I can't remember what his name is, but he decided, he didn't want to deal with us, so he just went back into his room. Anyway, once we finally ascended the top of the stairs and down the dark hallway, we saw the very heart. And Draco, we didn't get what the proper name of the heart was called, right?
Nah. As far as you know, maybe it's called the Heart of Strahd. Really, you just know it's just Strahd. It's just the heart.
The heart. I was about to say something above game knowledge about it, but anyway. But as we proceeded closer to the heart, we, prepped ourselves, started the assault on the heart, but I believe we took it out first, and then we ran into trouble. Kardak was able to deal the final blow on the heart with a well-placed arrow shot. And then, from further up in said tower, some more Knoll mages came down, and then Ludmilla herself showed up. It was a pretty tough fight, all things considered. There was a lot of spells being thrown. Ludmilla summoned some werewolf abomination, but thankfully through Bolt's quick fingers and quick thinking, was able to lightning lure it off the ledge, and it fell down all the stairs. It's still alive though, but now it has to walk all the way back up. But after destroying Lumilla and all the Knoll up there, as well as a bunch of animated halberds, we find ourselves, some people more hurt than others, but we are here and we are planning our next move. And I believe I still hear that monster from down below.
Yeah, he's still making his way up the stairs. Also, it was Terran Nightingale.
Ah,
Quinby was so surprised to see him because he watched him play in Arcos.
Oh yeah, there was a side quest that we missed, but a lot of things happened very quickly, so... That should be the recap. And whoever does not have an inspiration, I'll pass that on to them.
Alright. Who does not have the inspiration?
I know. I know I don't, but also I feel weird having it because Bard.
I mean, you can still have regular inspiration as a bard.
No, because like
Different.
I would have wanted to figure out a way to sing it because that was my thing for a bit.
Your
Gotcha.
inspiration and this inspiration's a little different, though.
Yeah.
I wonder if Strahd missed her as well make a whoosh sound.
Let's get into the castle again and all this chaos. Oh wait, did the music not change? That's odd. It should. Okay, I'm going to shut that off and actually grab the music that's supposed to be playing here. There we go. Alright. I'm gonna fix that in here too so it actually plays next time we have to come back to this map. So yeah, bit of a mess here. The Null are obviously gone because you've poofed them. In light for the most part. So you could either go down the stairs where Wolfie is still trying to climb his way up, or you could head further up, see what was going on at the top of the tower, or you could just leave and go somewhere else. The choice is yours.
Loot.
Yeah, try
I mean,
loot what we can.
what we can do is we have some people go check upstairs, and someone's wait here just in case Wolfie makes it up here, and we'll take him out while you guys deal with what's upstairs.
So you're going to split the party.
Why do you sound happy about this?
Oh, no reason.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
yeah.
Also, do I
Instantly made me even regret this even more than I already do.
still have the halberd?
Yeah, you still have that animated halberd.
It's still trying to fight against me.
Yeah. You haven't quite tamed it yet.
Insert whatchamacallit, the dungeon meshy meme here.
I mean, that's very broad. I imagine there's a lot of dungeon meshy memes.
No, but specifically to this instant. There's only one that would make sense in this specific instance.
I would not recall the one you are referencing.
You have an animated. You have a living armor weapon, right?
Well, weapon.
I mean, it's not animated like how it is in that anime, though. It's not like a bunch of parasites in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Plus, this isn't an armor, it's a weapon. There's nowhere for them to hide in.
or we could just wait for Wolfie to get up here and we just deal with him and then explore upstairs.
Okay,
This is
so it's the
possible.
same thing in the anime, by the way. Granted, still parasite, but they all have they all like take up like create like a little tangent from the anime. They have, so the parasites create kind of like are living like a mollusk type thing in between different layers of metal.
Well, yeah.
And that's why the living armor moves,
I mean, yeah, but
because
that's
it's
armor. There is a place for them to
Yes.
hide in and have, like, as a shell, as a
but
mollusk.
they also did it's a very, very thin gap between the plates of armor. Like it
Okay.
so it's
Like-
like
Magical snails or whatever, or mollusks.
it's kind of like a magical snail or a magical clam or something like that.
Anyway. Up, down,
So
or
it
wait.
also affects the weapon, is what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Which it happens in the show. Minor spoilers.
Okay.
Apologies.
But yeah, so what's the plan? Split the party, wait for Wolfie, upstairs, other way.
I mean, I'm
say-
down to look into the lab, but
I mean, yeah, I'd say we'll just head upstairs. It's gonna take him a minute to get back up anyways.
True.
Yeah, let's go to the lab.
Alright, so let's see. I guess I'll just move you one at a time. We'll start with Kai and Evie because they were the farthest ahead.
I'm going with Clover to loot.
Okie doke. We'll have the two of you looting. Dan's probably gonna want to go upstairs because lab could be some interesting stuff in there. Let's do this. Trying to clear up enough room for everybody.
I think though, like in reality, Antonius is like sort of wanting to ask Clover to shapeshift, but also feels like that's a stupid idea.
shapeshift into what?
What do you think?
Who do you think?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Let's it go already.
Antonius
that's
is
a good
100%
idea.
horny on maid. If anyone was in this party, it's Antonius.
I mean, it's a
This is
good
the-
idea now, but if I go into her lab and we find her clothes, it'll be easier for me to do it.
I mean, her clothes are just there. They're covered in ash, though.
Yeah.
You'll just have
Straight
to
up dusted that
clean
bitch.
it out.
Clover's going to take her clothes.
All right. Bolt, where would you like to go? With the group heading upstairs, or
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll put Bolt right here. I
I
think
was just assuming you were dragging everybody over.
well, because I know Antonius and Clover are looting at the moment. Quimby would probably join them if there is anything to be looted. Mostly just broken halberds down here. And of course, Ludmilla's dress. She didn't exactly have weapons on her, being a caster. The null obviously leave nothing but smoke behind, and you hear, like, very faintly from downstairs the trundling of Wolfie up the stairs. Boom, 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 boom.
Clover looks at Anthony. Do you have prestidigitation? It's Quimby.
Well, you can check. You have a sheet.
What would that be?
It's
It
a
would be
cantrip.
a cantrip, yeah.
I do not.
Clover heads upstairs.
Okay.
Here.
And she's going to ask, hey, does anybody have prestidigitation?
Dan will
You're
raise his
yelling
hand.
Mort Mage or something.
Antonius follows, but he's like, I didn't get to learn that type of spell in Bard College.
That's a really basic spell. It's like the first magic spell most wizards, witches, a lot of casters learn, because it's pretty simple to learn.
Do you have it? And she looks at Dan.
Yes. Again, it's
Can
one of
you
the
clean
first
it?
spells that I learned.
She points towards the dress. Can you clean it?
Oh, yeah, sure. Did you actually attack Dan with Chill Touch because he said it was easy? Is this actually what's happening?
Maybe.
I'm sensitive about that shit, okay?
Please no.
I mean,
Please
Over.
if you will.
Before Itoi's trying to touch, if you do it, I won't turn into her.
Oh, okay.
It's just that
Jesus.
easy.
Jesus Christ.
Man is horny on main all the time.
You know,
No,
we've
it's
been
not that, it's just
adventuring
the
with
fact-
this.
It's the fact you're trying to attack your own allies, right? Whatever.
We-
I mean,
What happens in the lab?
We have been adventuring with this kid for a few weeks, months. I don't even know anymore.
So
I've-
You know Antonius will
this is the-
willingly attack someone.
This is the above game, but yelling what's in the not yelling at Jacob, what's in the room?
Alright, so first Dan is going to help prestidigitate the dress, but let me find a number. Where are you? There you are. The stairs end at a dark and dreary room with manacles attached to the wall. In the middle of the room is a wood-framed bed fitted with leather restraints. It has some hair and other miscellaneous grotesque stains on it. You can imagine Wolfie may have been sitting on this, or lying on it probably, strapped to it. At the foot of the bed rests a closed iron chest, its lid sculpted with an emblem. A wooden ladder leads up to a trapdoor in the ceiling. Thin streams of water drip through the trapdoor's rotting wood, forming a puddle around the base of the ladder. There's also a lever on the side of the wall around here.
Damn bitch, you live like this.
Yeah. Oh, it did not mention... That's right, because this is new to me. I'm making this her lab. I'm gonna say, even though it's not technically on the map, like, right... the lever will be, like, next to the ladder over here. She has a bunch of lab equipment. You know, beakers, various chemicals on her desk. Bits and bobs that Dan is interested in looting, but thinks to himself, I had a bag of holding. Bit too much to hold on myself.
And as all this is happening, Clover's just changing into the dress.
Looks good on you.
Antonius is very confused by what to say about this.
And then she transformed to Mila.
Lever.
And maybe I can get Wolfie to stand down. Especially with her dress on with her scent.
Well, I did clean up as much ash as possible. Hopefully that won't affect anything, but we will see. Nobody else. Does anyone have a bag of holding? I don't remember.
No. Those are definitely rare where I'm come from. Took
Above
my
game,
aunt,
not in
like-
this campaign.
Took my aunt, like, years to find a bag of holding.
Didn't she find it on one of the islands?
Something like that, I don't remember.
Ah, dang. I'm not going to be able to transport all this now then. I mean, I'm certainly not going to be able to carry this in addition to my actual lab equipment, although I left that in the hut. No,
I mean, we could all try carrying it.
it's
Wait,
not...
doesn't the robot have like an open compartment?
I don't believe so. I mean, you can store spells in him, but I'm pretty sure there's a spell in there, and I might damage whatever you put in there. It's not super pressing. When everything is done, we can come back here and I can take what's necessary. I don't think this is moving anywhere.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Can I roll investigation on that strange-looking chest?
Sure.
I just want to see if it's like trapped or not.
Alright. With
21.
a 21, it doesn't look trapped, but it is absolutely locked.
What's what? Clover walks over to it.
This strange chest.
Clover pulls out her thieves' tool.
So above board, it does not have a DC on here, so I'm just going to take a sheer guess on what it should be. And we'll see what you roll.
So sleight hand.
Yes. I'm going to say that's enough. You hear a click, and as you open it, you find a bejeweled golden crown resting upon a silk pillow. Above board, the crown is worth 2,500 gold. Copy. And put that in the party notes. The silk pillow probably also has some value. What it is, unclear.
Why would she keep a crown in a chest?
I'm about to continue the legacy of stealing villains' pillows.
I guess.
I already did decide on, why not?
Yeah, why not? Let's see.
Father like son, huh?
It's a nice pillow.
It is a very nice pillow. You get the feeling this would be very comfortable to sleep on, too. Can't imagine why she'd keep her jewelry in what is very clearly a lab. Maybe she didn't put it in here.
Clover looks at the crown and she's going to do detect magic on it.
I think... Would Bolt's, magic still be going?
I believe
I'm
so.
not
I
sure
don't-
if it's timed out by now.
Because it's up to 10 minutes. You did have a battle, but battles usually don't take 10 minutes.
How long did it take us to get up here?
Not too long, like... The staircase, you're already relatively near the top. Let me look at my actual map of the heights here. If that's the tower, that's 260 or 240. So that's 20 feet, really? Approximately up. So yeah, it didn't take you all that much time to be climbing up here from the stairs. There is no magic coming from this crown.
Does Bolt sense anything magical in the room?
Let me...
I can double check here. Sure,
not
I'll take the time to cast it.
Alright, if you're taking
Great,
the time
guys.
to do
You still had
that...
it up.
Yeah, you still had it up.
Oh, okay.
So that...
So Draco.
I don't remember.
Mhm.
Kai's just gonna ready an action just in case Wolfie comes up. He's just gonna whack him when he sees him.
Alright. So... I guess you're gonna stand, like, at the end of the staircase. We'll have everybody move more in to the room, and you can be, like, right here, I guess. But yeah, Bolt, you don't sense anything magical in here at all. Actually, I will say... I think I had this last time, too. There are light traces of conjuration magic, as if... You recall back in Selenka Pass, there were very similar traces in that one room where you found Emil. This may be a destination for a teleportation circle that is one way.
Wasn't there a teleportation circle in her tower?
Yep, in Solenka Pass.
Hmm.
So you now know 2 different teleportation locations. One is up in this tower, one is over in Solenka Pass. If it's the same teleportation mechanism, it might be. Probably is. Maybe it isn't.
Sorry, my dad called me over saying my sheets were done.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, people definitely have teleported in here. I can kind of feel it.
Perhaps she has a circle in here somewhere.
And the ladder's right there, by the by.
You know, I'll climb up and try to peek up into that room.
Okay. I'm gonna do something off-screen a little ways, and then I will move your token to the next area. Just so you can see. Let's grab you on the token layer. Copy. And up here. And let's see, this one is 60. Okay. And let's move you over to here. A familiar map. Why did that not move? Okay, there it goes. It was just being a little bit slow. You can kind of see the others. I'm going to remove them real quick because they are not here, obviously. There we go. And I will describe what you see. I imagine you just pull the trapdoor up and look out, right? You're not actually climbing all the way out.
Yeah.
A cold wind greets you atop the tower roof. Its rain-slick flagstone surrounded by a 20-foot diameter ring of stone battlements. The thunderclouds above suddenly coalesce into the terrible visage of Strahd. The face utters a ghastly moan as thousands of bats fly out of its gaping maw and descends upon you. You could absolutely, because you didn't open it all the way, just close the trapdoor and go back down before the bats get to you. It would not be hard.
Yeah. I know it happens really quick, but I just like to imagine, like, I just see that and I just slowly close. You're like, not dealing with that shit.
Like you hear the thunderstorm, you just look up.
Disturbing.
Yeah, don't
Just
like that.
slowly closes the trapdoor, but before he closes it all the way, just sticks his hand out, gives it the middle finger, and then closes the door.
So, what was up there?
It was just the ceiling, well, top of a tower, some other spooky shit, but we're not going to deal with that.
Fair enough. Were you able to see
Is there like
another tower, or... Because there were 2 of them, right? Think?
I was only able to peek up. I would have had to stand up proper to see the other tower, but... is there like a pole or anywhere down here?
A what?
Like a pole? Like a stick?
Not really. There is still the lever that was by the ladder, but that's up to you if you want to pull that. It's currently set in the up position.
I'm not gonna risk it. I still have one, like, a couple of these, like, basic spears. I'm just gonna take one spear and just try to, like, bar that door.
Fair enough. It is leaking down water, like I mentioned before, but you can easily enough just sort of bar it with the spear.
After I bar it and climb down and just pat my claws together, now those bats won't be able to open that door.
I don't
Wait, bats?
think bats can...
Huh.
You know what? It's probably fine.
You know, you know how it is sometimes, spooky castle, scary phantom-like face of Strahd, bunch of vampire bats shot out from its mouth. We're not gonna deal with that.
I'd rather not. That does sound kind of disturbing.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. I think we're good just not going up that way.
Tito.
You hear a howling in the distance. It's kind of closer to you, but it still sounds like it's a ways away.
Is there anything else in this room worth trying to loot for, or?
Not really. Aside from the chemicals that to Dan are somewhat useful, there's not really a whole lot in here. Unless you want to try and tear some manacles off the wall, I guess. Because there are manacles against the wall. You okay?
Yeah, just wrong pipe.
Ah, that's the worst.
I was just thinking we've got the trapdoor bar, and it's everything will be fine, and it's that one scene in Ed, Ed and Eddie when the cul-de-sac is flooding and Johnny uses plank to plug one hole and then multiple holes just show up and then the whole vents explodes.
And then just a bunch of bats swarm into the room.
Yeah, let's just leave, I guess. Unless you guys want anything else.
Nah, I got my pillow.
You're such your father's child. And Clover's just going to walk past him.
No shit.
Does anyone in particular want the crown, or just?
What did you say was about the crown? There wasn't anything obvious about it?
I mean, it was a shiny 2,500 gold crown.
That's it?
Yep. Nothing magical, but it's shiny. Quimby will take it if no one wants it.
I'm taking it before Quimby takes it, if I'm able to.
I like to imagine Quimby walks over if no one else wants it, and then immediately Antonius just dives at the crown.
No, Antonius is gonna sleight of hand that.
I mean, yeah, no, you managed to sneak it away from Raoul before he even notices that it's gone.
Oh my god.
It's a nice presage from my beauty.
Right, well, I will...
Draco, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why would I not be? I'm just gonna move you all down to... I mean, I guess you can move yourselves. I'm just moving the group as a whole down here. Obviously, you're not off the edge. Oh yeah, this area is still technically difficult terrain, but you're not in combat, so that doesn't really matter. Although, that's open, it's snow... yeah, I'm gonna say it's... Unless someone, I don't know, casts fire at it and starts melting it away, which would take a while, it's still difficult terrain.
It'll just be an extra line for Wolfie to try to walk through.
Speaking of, again, not technically in initiative order, you're free to move, but you do, if anyone looks at the stairs, manage to see that he's starting to make his way to the last level of the stairs. He's still walking up. I won't put you in initiative order yet.
Bolt just waves.
Clover asks Lemail to look at Wolfie and see what his reaction is.
Okay, so can Karnak see Bolt waving?
Imagine. I don't think he's hiding it, right?
How far is
No.
this guy currently?
Karnak's gonna reach over and thump Bolt on the head.
45 feet, and then it's, technically speaking, 50 feet down, maybe, approximately.
So just in range of chill touch?
I mean,
Hold on,
nature.
I want to try. I want to try. Clover looks at Wolfie and tells him to stop.
He's going to roll insight. Okay, 15 versus your deception.
Ooh.
He stops. He looks confused, but he stops.
Wolfie, you failed me for the last time. Jump off the edge.
Okay, this one's gonna be at disadvantage, but I need to roll another deception. He's not good at insight, so we'll see how this goes.
Wow, you really are your mother's daughter.
20.
4. He looks over the edge, like, absolutely miserable. Upset that he's failed his basically mother and jumps off the edge. There's no way he could survive this. Oh, is it 23 d6s?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unless he somehow takes only 23 damage.
Unless all of them are ones, I think he's dead.
Do you want to roll it anyway?
I mean, I am, but...
Can I just say, like, does he basically, like, Kratoses his way, like, off the edge?
You mean like that limp fall that he does?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think he actually jumps. And, yep, sure enough, he becomes a blood splatter on the bottom.
The cap is 20 d6. Okay, apparently.
Oh, I did not realize there was an active cap. I thought it just kept going. Well, then he probably wouldn't have taken as much damage before, but it's fine. Wolfie is
Regardless, I think
dead.
at this point he's KO'd.
Yeah. Now he's a bulky blood mess on the bottom of the floor. He is way beyond KO'd at this point.
Wow, you really are your mother's daughter. Sky walks past.
I honestly can't believe that.
Clover's just glaring at Kai.
Glare all you want. It's not gonna change facts.
So, I guess my next question, will you be going down back to the ground floor, or stopping at one of the floors along the way? Because there's the floor where you met Taryn. There's the floor with that old accountant guy.
Mhm.
There's one floor that you didn't hear anything on, but there was an entire floor there. And of course, the ground floor. Also, these stairs seem to go lower, so you could just keep going down if you wanted to as well. So, what floor am I taking you all to?
How good are we looking, guys? Do any of you need to?
Yeah, do we
Try
want a
to
short rest?
I'm good.
Quinby specifically is not looking too great with his basically at half health.
I mean, if you guys want to rest, I can go scout some more.
Do you think it'll be safe for you to scout?
Looking like this, I think I'll be fine.
Again, don't do anything too reckless.
don't mean to be negative, but didn't you look approximately like that when we were coming in here and dealing with the null?
Yes, but I actually have her close this time.
Okay, if you think that'll be enough, I'll trust you. Where?
And push comes to shove, if something bad happens, I'll just make my way back to you guys.
Just don't go too far out.
Please.
Clover gives a salute, and she will head down these stairs.
The tower stairs that you're currently in? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so are you guys just gonna rest in this area for the most part?
Antonius is following Clover.
Okay, the Antonius and Clover Power Hour.
Sure, we'll call it that.
Yeah, I'm like doing spell slots.
And I guess
mean, it would
everyone...
probably be better if Clover went down there alone, in case he accidentally blew the cover. But I don't think I'm going to stop. I don't think anyone can stop you, really.
Hmm.
Okay, above board. Day Mortician, how are you so dang fast with memes?
Wait, what?
What happened?
I just saw the one about Quimby and Antonius.
Welcome to my world.
That was so darn fast.
The guy is ungodly when it comes to making memes.
Oh my god, I'm just seeing the one with Clover. That's Antonius right now.
I'm surprised he hasn't pulled up the so as a joke, I went to my friend's house wearing Pacora's, in this case, Ludmilla's wig and clothes. I could barely stop it. Like that copy pasta, I'm surprised. You know exactly what I'm talking about when I say this, right?
Yep.
All right, so feel free to roll your hit die. I guess the two of you are going down the stairs. And let me move this over because...
Guys, I feel that we shouldn't let those two alone for too long. Let's go down with them.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right. No short rest. Let's follow shortly after them if everyone's okay with that.
Okie doke. Let me get some... Aww. Okay.
Kai will pick up Quimby and put him on his shoulder. You can rest up.
Okay.
I'll do all the walking.
Okay, so I will bring the two of you down to the next map because... Let me get rid of Wolfie on this one because he is no longer on that map because he is very dead. As opposed to partially dead, very dead.
Mush.
Important, very important distinction.
Yes, yes. Alright, I guess I'll grab... Oh wait, no, I'm on the GM's layer. That's not going to matter. Feel free to move yourselves in this stairwell, obviously not in the giant gaping mass in the center.
Giant robot that went flying by?
Hmm?
I said, was that a giant robot that went by?
Don't worry about it. Right, and well, I can't really move them to the next area because all of you are on this staircase moving down. But I guess in the interim, I will move them to the next map, and then I'll move you guys in once they move a certain distance. Because you're following behind for the most part. Where is... Oh, right. I technically have all of you in there. Let me move some of them out the way. Do I have you on the GM's? I have you on the GM's layer, that's why. Okay, so...
Down here.
Yep, but hold on. I'm going to be revealing you all on the section you're actually in and taking the people that aren't there out. So, back to token layer. Delete. Nope. Actually, maybe I shouldn't have just deleted it, and I should have just put you on the GM's layer. Oh well. Too little, too late.
We lost someone.
You lost
I think.
Daluna.
Oh, no.
No, Daluna's back.
I'm sorry about that. Like, my internet just completely crapped out.
Oh my goodness. No, I don't want to do that.
Well, at least you're back.
GM layer. Right, and nope, didn't want to move that. There we go. Got rid of that. Dang it. Shouldn't have put that there. Yeah, so far for the most part, you're just more tower. Nothing really that interesting. Yet. And the rest of the party. Yep. And then... Okay, there we go. Move them there. And I imagine Antonius is keeping up. Yep. So I'll move two of you right there. The rest of the party will follow behind momentarily. And you're starting from here. Paste. And my god, if you didn't finally find a new and interesting floor.
I can't see shit.
Nope, because you're not on this level yet.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Look, I'm like, I can see where the doors are on the map, but I can't see anything.
Yep. Whoop.
For some reason, there are doors in this location.
What happened? Where did... The map has vanished for chat. I'm going to have to refresh it because it completely
Every
vanished.
time I move it, it moves like in a weird direction for me.
It should
It
be
moves way
fine
too
on
quickly for me.
this floor.
Yeah, it moves way too heckin' quickly.
I mean, I got it. Took me a while to find it.
Yeah. Is that just like a smaller size?
It might be.
You guys are...
Behold! More tower.
Well, there's also a pathway over here, a pathway over here, and a pathway over here, and then more tower leading down.
No, don't go zoomy. When fuck it. There you go.
So that's your actual token. Did I just... yeah, that actually revealed a lot. I'm going to fix that real quick before you move too far. Reset Explorer mode. And copy. You were over here originally. Paste. Move around to there. Delete that. Okay. Now that should have revealed everything that you've seen. Yep. Okay.
I still can't see anything.
Well, you guys haven't moved on the map yet. That's why you can't see, because the other two haven't moved.
Yeah, it's just Clover and Antonius.
I'm gonna let
Look
you
on
guys know
screen
where
if you
you
wanna see
can
the map.
move and move your tokens onto the map. But for right now, the two of you just see more tower, but there's pathways that lead it to other locations.
So we're just gonna move forward.
Oh, yeah, you technically would have access to this one, so let me also do this real quick. Bop. Because that room would also be something it's from the tome. And I'd say about...
Is this like a smaller size map, but compared to the last one?
Let me look at the last one. Technically, they're the same size, it's just the spacing was weird on the last one. I think the grid is technically wrong, on that previous map.
Whoa. I lost it again.
It's so much easier to move on that one compared to this one. I don't know why though.
I feel
If
like it
it's
should have been the
basically the same
inverse.
size.
Because like this one
It's
actually
because-
has the grids
I
properly
can
set up.
control the movement, the panning better on the other one than this one. This one, if I move a little bit, it moves a heck of a lot.
Yeah.
Just use the bars on the screen. It's a lot easier.
Yeah, I just use the bars. I don't drag and drop. Or I try not to. Sometimes I will do like panning with drag and drop, but like with right clicking, but I use my scroll for, well, I guess I'd use it for panning.
I
Anyway,
use my scroll for panning. It's so much easier than trying to find the bars on the sides.
yeah, they are a little faint, but anyway, so you guys are right there. I'm going to say the rest of the party can move their tokens on the stairs right here where I'm pinging. You should be able to move your tokens into that region, and then you'll see the actual area. And I'll say you finally catch up. Or, let's see, what number map is this? This is number 5. Let me grab this so I can explain what you guys are seeing over that way. What number is that? 46. You stand...
Yes, the true villain is definitely technical difficulties. I agree with that.
Indeed. You stand on a 10-foot wide walkway that encircles most of the keep. The drizzle of the rain continues outside, punctuated by the occasional clap of thunder or stroke of lightning. Far below the parapets are shining wet cobblestones of the courtyard. So this is basically just like, it leads outside and the outer perimeter of the castle. Let me double check, it would be on this sector. Yeah, if you poke your head out a little bit more, like it goes east for a bit and then gets to like a bigger sector that then goes to the north. And then if you kept... let me... I moved to the other map so I could say... ping one more time. Oh, I see.
This hallway?
Like, yeah, this is outside and it leads towards, like, the outer walls. Like, it goes further out this way and then eventually goes, like, to the north, a little bit to the south, but you can clearly see that it ends at a certain point. Where you could see, like, if you go a little ways out, like, to, like, about here, you'd be able to see the courtyard below you over here.
Okay.
Where, Tatiana was backing away from Strahd in the tome. Before getting to the very edge and off the cliff.
Gotcha. Clover's gonna just keep moving.
And the rest of the party can put their tokens again over here where I'm pinging. Or I suppose I could just drag and drop you myself. La, words hard.
That would help considering I don't know where I am.
What does Antonia see in the hallway? Is it just hallway?
I mean, like I said, this leads outside and then around. So I will do...
Antonius is curious.
And Quinby...
Do I want to do something funky with it?
I mean, you could. I don't know if I'd recommend it, but you certainly could.
This area right here, more outside.
Yeah, that one also leads to the outside, and if you look, like, if you go, like, say, to here, you'll be able to see that this pathway connects to the previous pathway. It's just a really long walk around. And then to the west, you get more towards the entrance of the castle.
Okay.
And I would imagine you see the rest of the party following behind you at this point. It's not like they're
Yeah,
being quiet about it.
she's going to just like look at them and give them a little what the fuck look.
Shrug.
Oh wait, whoops.
And then she's just going to head this way.
All
Can
right.
we have it where Karnak edges up to them? Oh come on, you didn't. Well, it's not that you didn't see this coming.
Is this supposed to be cut right here?
You're supposed to be able to
Whoa.
see. I don't know what's happening with the dynamic lighting there. It's unfortunate. Let me... Like, yeah, you should be able to see in here. I don't know why it's not letting you.
Karnak, how did you get that close so quickly?
Okay, give me just a second before you move too much farther. I
Right.
need to grab some things, too. There we go.
No, like I was trying to actually go like right here, but my mouse slipped.
Ah,
Maybe I might have accidentally... Where is... This is the hide reveal. Give me the... There. Reveal... Rectangle. Let's see if this does anything. Well, it's kind of revealing it to you with the... God damn it. It's kind of showing you like what you should be able to see, but for some reason it's just not properly working. And I'll describe this room in a second once I figure out how to get this properly. I'm going to say the dancing lights are in here. Does that show anything to you guys now that I put a dancing light in there, or no?
No.
Yeah.
where?
I put them like in the area ahead of you, so that means it's not even showing with light.
Like it's weird. Like I'm not placing my token there, but like if I move my token in between,
There's like a line that is going
Yeah.
like, let
Like-
me.
Going through Culver.
It's
Yeah,
going this way.
The messed up thing
draw
is
the
like
line?
Wait, can
I
draw
can
it?
see it, the line on my end too. I'm not sure what's making this happen.
It's going like that,
Yeah, no,
and it disappears.
I know. I can see it on my end too. I just don't know why it's happening. I'm gonna get rid of that real quick. So, I hate that I'm going to do this, but I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on daylight mode because maybe that'll fix the issue. Even if it's just temporarily. Dynamic lighting, daylight mode. It's still not showing properly. I have no idea what's happening here. Okay, what if instead I just turn off dynamic lighting for the area? No, it's still not showing. I'm
what
going
kind
to
of architecture does Strahd have?
I'm just gonna have to, I guess, move you through that region because for whatever reason it does not want to properly show y'all what is in there.
Can you take like a screenshot or like can you make a cropped image of that room?
I mean, I suppose technically yes I could, but it might reveal... let's see if I can make this.
If you can crop it just right, you might be able to hide the other parts.
I guess I'll show up to there. I'm gonna do this in chunks, I guess,
Yeah, you'd have to do it in chunks, but
because I don't want you to see. Although that, I feel like that's gonna reveal too much too, because I'm on the GM side of things. I'll just describe the hallway, and I'll actually get through this. Chat can kind of see, I think, because we have Explorer mode on properly. But let me... I still have to grab Dan and Dave, but I will describe the room that you're in, even though it's being wonky with us here. I apologize for the technical difficulties. What room is this? This is that one. Oh, also, I will say, because you know this from the Tome of Strahd, Strahd's study is down this way. You can actually see it with the exploration that it is to the south, and you remember seeing both Tatiana and Sergei come in through that way when they told Strahd about the wedding. The room that you were in over there, however, whoops, that's the wrong thing. I want you. Dark alcoves line the wall of this long hallway. The ceiling has fallen here, leaving rubble strewn across the floor. Overhead, the beams of Ravenloft's roof are exposed. Lightning from the dark clouds above sporadically illuminate the hall, lighting the faces of life-sized human statues in the alcoves. Each visage is frozen in terror. But yeah, to the south is the study.
Yep, Clover's heading towards studies. Oh, now it wants to go. It's right here.
Yeah, I have no idea.
That's what's probably something right here.
Oh, wait, Draco, could it be the upper level, lower level thing?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Upper level, lower level, what?
Remember there was a new you were really excited about this new update that allowed.
Oh, the foreground. No, I don't think that would do anything.
It's
Yeah, because I can't see myself at all. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there's something right here that's doing it.
Yeah, I don't. Let me see if there's anything. Yeah, there's nothing foreground here. I don't know why it would think there is, and I'm like on the foreground layer now, and there's nothing that I'm interacting with here.
But Clover will open up the door then.
Open. And for some reason it keeps revealing things I don't want revealed to you on this map in exploration mode, but I'm gonna reveal some stuff that you have seen. Have that stuff over there, because you did. God damn it. Roll20 is really fighting me today.
All I see is the basic room, if that helps.
Kind of looks like the dark vision
Yeah,
stuff
it
for me.
does.
Let me look
Here,
on the
let me
lighting
show you
layer.
what I see.
Okay. Dynamic lighting. This should
I
be giving
sent
some
it in
light.
messages.
Why
I
is
sent
it
in
revealing
DM.
everything? What the hell?
Is that everything?
Hold on. No, not on yours. I'm looking at chat's view, and chat is seeing basically everything. Okay. I'm turning off Explorer mode because it's more trouble than it's worth, and now chat can see literally everything on the map at all. What the fuck? You know, it just revealed the entirety of the map when I turned off exploration mode. I have no idea what's happening.
That is strange. Roll20 doesn't usually get this level jank.
Yeah, this is wild.
This is more jank than the usual Roll20 jank.
Okay, now it seems to be fixed. I got rid of Explorer mode. It's actually doing the lighting properly.
You say that, but now I can't see anything.
Do you have a light?
Do you have a...
You might not have a light source on you at the moment. Yeah, you don't have a light source on you. You did have a torch. Or no. Clover had a hooded lantern. So let's grab her. She has the hooded lantern on.
My lion eyes.
Yeah, for some reason it just... Let me see the lighting in this room. Okay, for sake of ease, we're going to say Kardec also grabbed a torch and started lighting it, because that's probably why he can't see. 20, not 220, 20. 20. Okay. Now in
There we
theory, yeah. So that's what it was. Clover, who was the light source, walked away from you, and you were in total darkness. You should be been able. to see the light back here. But I will describe the room now that we've gotten the lighting situation sorted. I might want to turn off the exploration on all of the maps now, because that was way more difficulty than it was worth. A blazing hearth fire fills this room with rolling waves of red and amber light. The walls are lined with ancient books and tomes, their leather covers well oiled and preserved through careful use. All is in order here. The stone floor is concealed beneath a thick, luxurious rug. At the center of the room is a large, low table, waxed and polished to a mirrored finish. Even the poker stands next to it. The blazing fireplace is polished. Large and overstuffed divans and couches are arranged about the room. 2 chairs of burgundy-colored wood with padded leather seats and back cushions face the hearth. A huge painting hangs over the mantelpiece in a heavy, gilded frame. The rolling firelight illuminates the carefully rendered portrait. It is the exact likeness of Irina Koliana, or as you all know, this is her past life, Tatiana. You also may remember the poker over here opened a secret door in the fireplace.
Yep, that's where Clover was going towards.
I had a feeling.
Bolt just immediately walks over and just kicks back on one of the sofas.
Bolt, you might not want to do that.
And the chair comes alive and eats you. I'm kidding. Or am I?
Remember when he was when we were in the book, he was practicing with animate stuff? Be careful with the chairs.
You know anything about that? He looks down at the halberd.
I mean, I'd have detect magic up, wouldn't I?
I think at this
Or
point
is
it would
that
have ran
gone?
out, because after all the flights of stairs getting to this point, it would have ran out.
Alright. I'll take the 10 minutes to re-up it.
Right. And that was a 30-foot radius. So let me take a look. See here. Go into here. 30. Blue. Boom. Okay. So with what you have currently around your current position, I'm trying to think if that would be magic or not. The fireplace. Let me look and see if it mentions that. See the door open. The extinguisher or shining generation to see anything otherwise. Okay. So, nope, that's just normal old fire. There doesn't appear to be anything magical in this room. There are books. Probably some
Are any
interesting
of the
books.
books magical?
Nah. Oh wait, there is one other thing you would see in here. There's those slight essences of conjuration. This appears to be another teleportation destination. Specifically directly in front of the portrait of Tatiana.
Clover will pull the lever. Poker.
You
Imagine all the books are shitty romance novels.
You pull the poker, and the door opens, but the fire is still lit. It looks like you might have to douse this fire before you can go in there. Or walk through fire, which isn't ideal for most of you.
Looks like Kai.
Really?
You know what? For funsies, before you do that, I'm gonna... Actually, no. Kai, roll me a d12 really quick. Just you
Okay.
casually looking through the books that are around here if you were gonna do that.
It's a bunch of shitty romance novels, isn't it?
You find a guide to fine wines.
Huh.
Is that one
You know,
piece
this is actually something I would actually be interested in when I get back home. Just pockets it.
Damn it,
Is there-
Hoshi, you say that, and now my brain is thinking back to the conversation we had about, like, Strahd and anime.
Is there any other books that are interest to someone like Antonius?
I mean, roll a d12 and I'll tell you what you find.
Okay.
Above board, this collection of books, there's a lot of them. The total collection is worth 80,000, but you're not going to be able to carry all these books. 12, you find a theological text. It's
A theological what?
a theological text. It's a book about various religions in Barovia. About the Morning Lord, the Night Mother, the more druidic sects.
We'll check. I rolled a 3.
With a 3, you find a biography of a forgotten king, a forgotten king, let's say, from Strahd's homeland. Goes into detail of the various conquests he went on. He was a bit of a conqueror. It seems to be a theme with Strahd's family, as they seem to be a family of conquerors. With a 9, oh, this is fun. Roll, you find a heretical text, a text that talks about demons, infernals, how to summon and make deals with such. Emphasizing probably not the best idea to make deals with demons. They don't really keep their end of the bargain 9 times out of 10. But devils are usually stick to law.
I want to do one more roll.
Alright.
But this is specifically Irina just picking up a book. What does she find?
He finds a tome on alchemy. How to create certain potions and various other alchemical mixtures, like alchemist's fire and acid and the like. There seems to be an interesting entry from a person from Baldur's Gate about a potion called Angel's Reprieve, which allows someone to take a long rest within a short amount of time. However, they're vulnerable while they have drank the potions because they're asleep. So it's not really the best to use in combat.
By the way, go check out our Baldur's Gate 3 streams every other Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
We'll hold on to these 2 books. I was really hoping out of all the characters, Irina would find the One Piece manga.
Nah, sadly, no.
Damn it.
Either that or
Are
she
you
finds a
kidding
romance
me?
book.
We can't find the One Piece even in this?
Nah, you cannot find the One Piece here.
Oh, the One Piece isn't real. I haven't seen it.
Clover looks at Kai. Alright, Fire Lord, you're up.
Fuck, you just call me?
Don't worry about it.
I will say, above board, there are 2 entries in this table that I would consider being One Piece. One makes more sense than the other, but no one rolled those numbers.
Could I try rolling again?
You can try one more roll and then Kai's going to walk through fire. 2, you find a bestiary of bizarre animals. Nothing you've seen in Barovia, for sure. They look... I mean, I guess roll a nature check really quick. Just to see if you would recognize these
Are you teasing
beasts.
the next, no, right? Is this a teaser of the next campaign already?
I mean, I don't know. You'd have to roll a nature check to find out. Yeah, you have no idea what these are. They look like giant lizards? Some of them have wings, but they're not dragons. These are weird.
I give it to Dan to look at it.
Dan will look at it. Oh, this is a book on dinosaurs. They're more in Chult. I don't believe they're in any other place in the world, as far as I'm aware, anyway.
I just see a speed of sweat going down Clover's face. Oh my god, Howard.
Howard?
I'm sure it's fine.
Fuck it. Can I do one more?
Sure.
An 8? I think we've rolled
Yeah,
that one
we've already rolled 8. I'll let you roll one more.
11!
You know what? I think... So, in the chart, this is a poetry anthology. I believe this would kind of fit, but there is a number that would fit better for one piece. You find a book on poetry. It's a whole bunch of different poems. They're very edgy. They're very Strahd, let's say. And sure enough, you flip to the back. Strahd wrote this book of poetry.
Is it shit? Kai
Yes.
says from across the room.
It's all about loneliness and loss and the pain that he feels over centuries of anguish.
Hey, Bolt, can I see that?
Sure.
He throws it in the fire.
Sounds like stuff I heard a bard sing about one time.
Antonius whistles in the background.
Clover turns her head back. This woman has a flat ass. Stop whistling.
I hear in some circles they call themselves a rock band.
Anyway.
Right, so let me look at this really quick. I will roll the damage. You'll obviously be resistant to it. It's just a d10 of damage. Cut in
Okay.
half. You take 1 fire damage as you walk through.
Anything in there, Fire Lord?
Right,
When did you start calling me that?
Well,
resting
you're
on...
not Ed Lord.
Resting on the floor of the smoke-filled room is a closed chest surrounded by piles of gold, silver, and copper coins.
Oh.
Excuse me. The fittings and clawed feet on the chests are evidence of great workmanship. Attached to the east wall are 2 torch sconces. The southernmost one holds a torch with an intricate metal base. The other is empty. A skeleton in broken plate armor lies against the wall. The skeleton's right hand is on its throat, and the left hand holds the matching torch from the empty sconce. These coins scattered about this area are 50 gold, 100 silver, and 2,000 copper.
So, I see a chest and some coin and a skeleton.
Is the chest locked?
It looks at the chest.
No? Do you actually,
Doesn't.
open it all the way to check, or do you just sort of lift it a little bit to see if it's locked or unlocked?
I just lifted a little bit by the halberd.
Yeah, no, not locked at all.
No.
What's in it?
But hold on. He kind of just looks at the skeleton. Just looks at the way that he's strangling himself a bit.
Hmm.
What would I have to roll to see how this guy died?
That would be medicine. Although it is going to be difficult because he's a skeleton now.
Draco, while that roll goes through, can I try doing ice knife into the fire and see if that diminishes the fire a little bit?
Do you want to wait for Kai not to be within ice knifing range?
Fair.
Okay, so with a 19, the fact that he's holding his throat would lead you to believe that it might be some kind of gas that killed him. Like he was choking on something. But, again, unclear since it's just a skeleton. Someone could also have just placed his hand there, in all fairness, after the fact. And is just fucking with you. Would you really put it past Strahd to not fuck with all of you?
Yeah, which is exactly why I don't trust it. I'll take the sconce out of his hand, though.
You can take the torch out and put it in the sconce if that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah, I just want to put it back.
Right. Let me double check. I just need to look through something really quick. Okay, so as you put the torch back, a wall over here pops open, revealing another room further back.
Here's a secret to this room, actually. Just found another secret door. He'll
Hmm.
he'll open up the chest with the halberd still.
All right, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw
Oh,
as
fuck.
gas fills the room. 18. Because that's +3. That would be 18. So purplish smoke billows into the room, but you manage to hold your breath just in time. Eventually, it begins to dissipate, and you can actually get into the chest proper. Above board, if you had failed that, you would have been paralyzed for 4 hours.
Oh, fun.
4 hours.
Mm-hmm. Exactly 4 hours.
Antonius would have ice knifed you by then.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna look into the chest.
Let's see. You know what the funny thing is?
Hmm.
Nothing in the chest. It seems the money that's scattered about the floor was probably in the chest.
Fucking kidding me.
All right. He just looks at the skeleton. That's rough, buddy.
Yeah.
You tried your best.
Right, now that he's over there, Antonius, you could definitely use an ice knife without him getting in the crossfire.
I cast ice knife.
It's a nice knife. Right, let me take a look-see through. I know it has it in here somewhere. That's in 30.
Is this what you're looking for?
No, I mean, you have... I'm checking to see if it says the fire has any HP, but it doesn't really, so I'm going to say your ice knife manages to ice the fire with 7 cold damage.
Okay.
And now there is no light from the fire, because it is no fire anymore.
Oh no. What
Oh,
could
we're
we
soon out there.
possibly dancing lights?
Okay,
I still got my hooded torch up.
true, and Kardec also has his torch.
Excuse me, I'm gonna walk past you.
Do-do-do.
Oh shit.
Ah, a skeleton.
Skeleton man! Skeleton man!
I do not know the reference.
This
I'm going to
room
have to
too.
send you the video on Skeleton Man, but that is a later thing. This ancient hall is choked with spiderwebs broken by a single clear path down its center. Obviously, a door at the very end. Their ceiling is about 20 feet above you. Give or take. It's a little hard to tell behind the webbing, but if you squint, you can see the ceiling. The
We
doors in
should
front of you...
probably check for traps.
You could. The doors in front of you are arched bronze doors with an ornate design on them.
How would we check for traps?
That'd be perception, I'd wager. Or I suppose investigation could also work.
I have a better perception, so I'm gonna go with perception if that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, better investigation.
Look at all.
That was a
Never mind.
3 roll. Oh god.
Hmm.
A 3 out of 4.
So let's see what I can find for you here.
With the +10, I'm glad I used perception because that would have been really bad with the other one.
That's good to know. So that... Yeah, I might give you that information on that. Alright, I'm gonna say Clover. Technically this would have had to been perception for this, but I'll give it to you. You investigate around, you try not to get tangled into the webs too much, but you notice there's the faint makings of a door past the webs over here. Also, with Bolt with a 26, you look at the door that's directly in front of you that just opened because the torch was placed there. Upon closer inspection, it looks like this door will close behind you if everyone walks through, and nothing is put in there to prop it open.
We'll need something to prop that door open because it'll close behind us.
Mm,
Everyone get through.
Clover will grab one of her rapiers and start swiping the webs away from the door that's right here.
Right, easy enough. And after you clear them away, there's very clearly a door in the wall. You get the feeling this was supposed to be like a secret door, possibly, but the webs were doing most of the hiding for it, so...
Clover is going to open the door.
Right, and let me find the room here and what you see behind it. This is which one? Ah, yes, that one. I think that's technically on a different map that I'm gonna have to look through. Because this is a lot of moving parts for this particular room. Let me just find... Let's see, it's not on this one, was it? Could it be this one, maybe? 6, 30... 30... Ah, okay, here we go. And you are at, technically speaking, 31. This 10-foot square room overlooks a vertical shaft to the south that plunges into darkness and continues upwards. There's the faint smell of grease and well-oiled wood that seems to hit your nostrils. But you can't exactly make out what exactly is going on in this room here. But there's some kind of mechanism down there. If only there was someone who does machines in this group. Oh well.
oh, if only.
Look, I'm only named after him. I don't do machines.
Boat. And she points to the room.
Well, I'll take a look, see.
So we don't have like a machines roll, so I will give this to you as investigation. It just makes a lot of sense.
Flat intelligence, you said?
Flat intelligence could work too. I said investigation, but I'll give it to you as a flat intelligence because that makes sense.
I'll do investigation, it's better. Yeah, 14.
Okay, 14. Upon looking, there seems to be chains here and what appears to be some kind of pulley system. But only seeing this part of the system, it's kind of difficult to tell what exactly it's supposed to do. Like, you don't see either end of it, so you imagine they're at different ends of this this shaft, whatever the bits are to this system. It could be anything from maybe it's a really big dumbwaiter of some kind, or an elevator, possibly, or a lift of some kind. It could just be like something to circulate something around the castle. Like, maybe it's for supplies. Maybe it's for people? Very unclear. Just some kind of heavy pulley system.
He'll walk in. And nothing special, probably just a pulley system, probably pulls stuff up and down. I can't really get a good look at it from there.
Gotcha. She will close the door. And I can't see the other door because of the thing again. Oh, never mind.
There you go. Door's right
Is
there.
everyone in that other room right now?
No, you're not in the other room. East, I will move over. East Mark. Kardec is still in the room with you. And, Aramis, our shield guardian, is having some difficulty actually fitting through.
Oh no.
Like, technically he could fit into some of these rooms, but the doors are not designed for something of his size. So he's just sort of standing in the fireplace trying to fit his way in. But after moments of trying, he just sort of stands in the now completely empty fireplace and waits.
Oh no, that's... Seeing that, Raoul will call into the room with everyone. The shield guardian cannot enter into this area. It is too small for it.
Ah, crap. Ease lets out a sigh.
let's just check what's in the store, and if there's nothing special, we can just go to the next floor.
All right. I mean, there could be more in other areas of this floor, but that is a something we could do. Now that you are at the other door, this is... Yeah, I'm on the right map now. 39.
And Clover would try to open up the doors.
And it's not locked. You can very easily open it. You can hear the rain and thunder outside, and the air here is cold and damp. Veils and curtains of webbing fills the room, making it hard to gauge its width and depth. A single narrow path leads to the dark center of the room, where a rope dangles from high above. I would say if you walk, like, in the center towards the rope, which is, like, over there, you'll avoid the webs, but this area is pretty caked in webs. It's going to be a little difficult to maneuver. We'll say for the sake of it, it's difficult terrain.
Clover's just gonna wave her right here in front of her as she's walking through.
Alright. And if you'd like to, you could roll a perception check to see anything in the room aside from webs and webs and rope, rather.
Perception 20.
With a 20,
Tell your secrets, funny man.
the first thing you do is you follow the rope up, and obscured a little bit by the webs, there seems to be a big heavy metal object. Upon closer inspection and squinting your eyes a little bit, it looks like there's a bell there. Probably not a great idea to ring a bell and reveal your location to whoever is in this castle. And
Gotcha.
also, while you're looking up there, you notice there's some movement. There appears to be a few giant spiders in this room, but though they are looking at you, they don't seem to be aggressive at the moment. And I'm going to give this to you for free because it's just something you could probably reason. If you pulled the bell, not only would you reveal to everyone in this castle where you were, it would probably freak out the spiders that would come down and attack you.
How many spiders are there?
At least 5. 5 giant spiders.
And Clover's just going to turn around and just walk out.
Also, the last thing you see, there's, it's very subtle, but there's a door over there.
She heads towards the door.
And I will reveal that. It's weird that it doesn't give me, like, specifically a DC to see that door, but there's a door there, alright.
I need it for my special eyes.
And, upon inspection, it doesn't appear to be locked. It's just a simple pop it open.
She will pop open the door. Oh.
Right. This octagonal vault is free of dust and cobwebs. The domed ceiling 40 feet above it is painted black and sparkles with a display of stars in unfamiliar constellations. Barely contained within this vault is a square tower, 20 feet on a side and 30 feet high, with arrow slits on all sides and a battlemented roof.
She looks towards both. Is there any magic in here?
Is there?
Let me take a look at this specific object. Because I think... Would it be conjuration for this? Maybe? Because it is a magical item. This tower. I will keep this. Actually, I might have to. Probably shouldn't have done that, but oh well. Let's see. It doesn't give me. I'm gonna say it's enchantment magic. And if you wanted to spend some time, either you or Dan could possibly cast the Identify spell on it. Right? If you are taking the time to cast Identify, is it a slot or the ritual cast of it?
It's 1 minute versus 10 minutes, so I'll take the 10 minutes.
Alright, if you're doing that, Dan is also going to resummon Yuki while you're taking the 10 minutes, and I need to roll something. Let's see.
I'll say while they're taking the time, I'm just gonna use some of this like skeleton's armor and stuff just to make like a makeshift like brace in case the door tries to close behind them.
Okay.
But even if it does close, Varvel will just open it back up for people to come through.
Okay, so I'm going to show you what this is. Some of you may already be familiar with this magical object from Thylea. This is a Daern's Instant Fortress. You can use an action to place this 1-inch metal cube on the ground and speak its command word. The cube rapidly grows into a fortress that remains until you use an action to speak the command word that dismisses it, which works only if the fortress is empty. The fortress is a square tower 20 feet on a side and 30 feet high, with arrow slits on all sides and battlements atop it. The interior is divided into 2 floors, with a ladder running along one wall to connect them. The ladder ends at a trapdoor leading to the roof. When activated, the tower is a small door on the side facing you. The door opens only at your command, which you can speak as a bonus action. It is immune to the knock spell and similar magic, such as that of a Chime of Opening. Each creature in the area where the fortress appears must make a DC 15 Dex saving throw or take 10d10 bludgeoning damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. In either case, the creature is pushed to an unoccupied space outside but next to the fortress. Objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried take this damage and are pushed automatically. The tower is made out of adamantine, and its magic prevents it from being tipped over. The roof, the door, and the walls each have 100 hit points, immunity to damage from non-magical weapons, excluding siege weapons, and resistance to all other damages. Only a wish spell can repair the fortress. This uses the spell it counts as replicating of an 8th level or lower. Each casting of wish causes the roof, the door, or one wall to regain 50 HP. So it is locked up tight, and the only way to get inside is if you knew the command word. If only you could figure out what Strahd would use as a command word for something.
Bolt just looks at the room and just says, Tatiana.
The door opens.
Carter looks over the everyone else. God, like, if he wasn't such an asshole, like, you feel almost sorry for him.
Should we take it?
First, the door opens and you go inside. There's a lot of loot in this instant fortress. So let's see what you've won for knowing how much of a simp Strahd is. For the ground floor, you gain 50,000 copper points, 10,000 silver points, 10,000 gold, 1,000 platinum, 15 assorted gems, worth 100 gold each, and a pretty cool looking shield that has a silver dragon on it.
Huh.
And that's
Bolt's gonna grab that shit.
And that's just the ground floor. It is also, it has abjuration magic on it, the silver shield with the dragon on it.
Ow.
You could identify it now, or there's also an upper floor you could potentially look to see if there's any loot you want up there.
I'll hold on to it. for now.
All right, I will keep that in mind. On the upper floor, you find 10 pieces of jewelry worth 250 gold each in a red velvet sack, an alchemy jug, a helmet that looks pretty nice, and a rod. Let me take a look. Oh, it doesn't have a picture of it. Noted. So I will keep that in mind. It is a nice looking rod.
Who has our bag of holding?
An unlocked wooden.
We do not have one.
Oh, that is true. We don't have one.
We never found one in this setting.
Nope.
She didn't make one yet.
There's also an unlocked wooden coffer with 4 compartments.
I could make one.
Inside that coffer, you find a potion of greater healing. That one's just clearly labeled.
Potion of what?
Greater healing.
Ah.
And let's see. I guess the jug would be conjuration magic. What about this item? It's also magic. I'm going to say that it is evocation from the helmet. And the rod... I'm going to say enchantment.
Clover's going to grab the helmet and the rod.
Alright, so... we do need someone to identify. If Dan and Dave are working together, I have to do a few rolls, but that's approximately 1, 2, 3, 4 different objects. Although I will give you a pass on one of them because Dan will recognize an alchemy jug as he had one. Although he looks for it, doesn't find it. And Quimby says, you know what, if you can't find it, you might as well just take that one. Unless anyone has a problem with that. The alchemy jug. Dan had an alchemy jug, but it seems to be missing. And I forget which one of you, but one of you saw that Quimby took Dan's alchemy jug. So he's offering that he take this one.
Can I insight Quimby?
You certainly can.
Because I don't think Bolt was the one who actually saw that happen.
I think it was either Raoul or Clover that saw it, but I don't remember which one.
Yeah,
That's probably Clover.
No.
That's a 23.
That is a natural 20 for 28.
Never mind, it's a natural 1, so he does not know.
Yeah, so neither of you... You think Quimby's genuine. I mean, he feels bad that Dan must have misplaced his alchemy jug, and hey, here's a replacement. Works out. Works out nice for everyone.
Oof.
Clover rolls her eyes.
But if you're spending...
What the heck is in this room?
I described it. There's a giant tower.
There's a whole lot of loot, a giant tower.
And inside the tower was...
Chico's going through the loot. Chico's going through the loot list.
So,
yeah.
First we'll go with the shield, which is a shield of the Silver Dragon. It is a +2 shield emblazoned with a stylized silver dragon that is the emblem of the Order of the Silver Dragon. The shield whispers warnings to its bearer, granting a +2 bonus to your initiative if the bearer isn't incapacitated.
Give that to Kardak, I say.
Yeah.
The helmet is a Helmet of Brilliance. It requires attunement. This dazzling helmet is set with 1d10 diamonds, 2d10 rubies, and 3d10 fire opals, as well as 4d10 opals. I will roll that now. We'll start with the diamonds. 8 diamonds, 8 rubies, 23 fire opals, and 32 opals.
Jesus Christ.
Any gem pried from the helm crumbles to dust. When all the gems are removed or destroyed, the helmet loses its magic. You gain the following benefits while wearing it. You can use an action to cast one of the following spells with a save of DC 18, using one of the helm's gems, the specified type, as a component. The opals are the best spell for this current campaign, the Daylight spell. The fire opals are Fireball. Diamonds are prismatic spray. A ruby is a wall of fire. The gem is destroyed when the spell is cast and disappears from the helm. As long as it has at least one diamond, the helm emits a 30-foot light in a 30-foot radius. When at least one undead is within the area, and any undead that starts its turn takes 1d6 radiant damage. As long as the helm has one ruby, you have resistance to fire damage. As long as it has at least one fire opal, you can use an action and speak a command word to cause the weapon you are holding to burst into flames. The flames emit a bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10. The flames are harmless to you, and the weapon, when you hit with an attack using the blazing weapon, the target takes an extra 1d6 fire damage. The flames last until you use a bonus action to speak the command word again, or until you drop or stow the weapon. Roll it.
Draco, question.
Yes. Possible answer.
Would it nullify chill touch?
No, it has nothing that would do that.
Because of the hand.
I don't believe there's anything in that would have nullified Chill Touch. It just gives you a lot of neat spells and abilities to use. Oh wait, there's more. Roll a d20 if you're wearing the helmet and take fire damage as a result of failing a saving throw against a spell. On a roll of 1, the helm emits beams of light from its remaining gems. Each creature within 60 feet of the helm, other than you, must exceed a DC 17 dex save or be struck by a beam, taking radiant damage equal to the number of gems in the helm. The helm and its gems are then destroyed.
Clover, do you want the laser hat?
I low-key want the laser hat.
I'm confused about the laser hat. Wait, why? What causes it to be destroyed?
If you take fire damage and
As a result of
let's say
failing a
Clover
saving
has
throw.
it. Yeah, so if Clover takes fire damage, she has to roll a d20. On a 1, it'll cause it to explode.
Become a bomb.
Pretty much, yeah. But if that doesn't happen, she has 8 uses of Daylight Spell, 8 uses of Fireball, 23 uses of the Prismatic Spray spell, 32 Wall of Fire spells. If they're within 30 feet of an undead, they take 1d6 of radiant damage as long as there's at least 1 diamond in it. If it has a ruby, she has fire resistance. If it has at least 1 fire opal, she can use an action to make her weapon burst into flames, which will produce light and deal an extra 1d6 fire damage. It's pretty fucking great. The Helm of Brilliance is obscenely amazing.
I think it would be good on Clover just because she has evasion and he throws a fireball. If I succeed, I take no damage.
Yeah. It'd probably be
Yes,
the best to use it.
If you can keep track of all those spells, then I say take it.
Yeah. Just mark
Plus, you
down
haven't really
somewhere.
gotten much this game, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Clover
pretty,
hasn't gotten it.
I'm pretty stacked.
Yeah, take the laser hat.
And just mark down the amount of spells that it has in it. The dice rolls are still there. The last thing that you reveal is the rod is a +1 rod of the Pact Keeper. Unfortunately, only usable by a warlock. While holding the rod, you gain bonus to spell attack rolls and saving throws, DCs of your warlock spells. The bonus is determined by the rarity. In addition, you can regain 1 warlock spell slot as an action while holding the rod. You can't use this property again until you finish a long rest, so it's kind of worthless for this party, unfortunately, but all the other stuff is really amazing.
I'm a Zio.
Would
She
we
was a
know
warlock.
that it's a warlock specific item, or would
Yes.
we be like, this is a funny looking rod?
Identify would have
After
revealed that
identifying.
information, yeah.
Ah.
You know what? Funny thing above game, in the module, it doesn't give me the actual command word for this tower, but let's be real, we all know exactly what he would have used. And it is absolutely 100% Tatiana. I see no universe where it isn't Tatiana. And of course, you now have Daern's Fortress if you want to take the fortress.
Who wants a house?
I'll take the house. How, like, is it a collapsible house?
Yes, you say the command word and you can get it to shrink back down to its original size. Which, let me see. Adamantine Tower, command word, alter shape and size.
Our Aunt Kaya had one. We used to go there for summer.
It becomes a 1-inch metal cube when you say the command word.
Didn't they try to use that on Sidon?
Yeah, they tried to drop it on him.
Mm-hmm. Since I'm taking house, how big is house?
So it is. Let me go
First.
back in. So when you
Because
say when you say the
I'm
command
worried
word,
about weight.
when you say the command word, it becomes a 1-inch metal cube that you can just pick up and pocket. No issue, no problem. Probably weighs like 0.5 pounds. When you activate it, it becomes a 20-foot on one side, 30-foot high tower. A 20 by 30-foot tower.
There's no one say Tatiana, and the house will not explode inside Antonius.
Yep.
Oh,
You know,
damn, that's a 7th level spell.
I just had a thought that's hilarious, but we'll see if that plays out.
I might have the same thought.
Alright, so there you go, Yelling. Antonius has technically a bomb.
We'll do 10d10 bludgeoning damage where it's placed down if people don't step away enough.
Mm. Do I just write it in my equipment as Darren's thing, or
Yeah, I'll put it in Roll20 how it's spelled.
Daern, right?
Yes. And you can always click it in the magical items to get the description.
Very good haul.
Yeah. There's a reason this is called the Treasury.
Does the fire make weapons magic on the Helm of Brilliance?
It doesn't say, but I imagine it would. Since you're using a magical item to give fire to it, it just makes sense for it to be magical after that happens.
Oh yeah, then that'll be really good on Clover, so her weapons can be considered magical. We always just need to take a moment to try to attune to these items if people need to.
It gives me time to actually convince this helper to stop trying to get out my grip.
How big is the fortress again when it's at full size?
30 feet tall, 20 feet wide. You could all probably get in there and hunker down for a little bit.
If we wanted to take a rest, this is probably a good place to do it. We just throw down the fortress, hop in, and snooze away.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, this is probably the best time for you if you wanted to take a long rest to do it, because it's already set up unless Antonius shrinks it down.
I gotta hope nobody comes in.
Yeah.
Y'all know we're in here.
And no one sees the golem. He's just chilling in the other room, unfortunately.
He's just in the study. Maybe he's reading a book or something, you don't know.
He's the one who finds the One Piece.
Maybe. No,
Ace does what?
because it's funny. See, that is 9. Right, I will keep to myself whatever he just found to read. Oh no, that's the... I'll roll again. That's the same number.
We rolled 8, 12, 3, 9, 1, 2, 8, 11.
Oh, 1 again. 9 again. 12, which is one we got. Finally, he got it. He got something that wasn't what you already read, and it is in fact the One Piece.
Oh my god.
And I quote, according to this, it is a epic novel. I think One Piece counts as that. It's basically a modern-day Odyssey.
I mean, it's over 1,000 and, what, 1,500 chapters long at this point?
About, yeah.
Something ridiculous like that.
So,
Alright, so... I imagine you close the tower's door behind it, but do you close any of these other doors as well?
Thoughts?
Probably. Just want to make sure that we stay hidden.
Okay, so we'll say we close this door and that door, but you leave the one that would close behind you wedged open, I imagine.
Yeah.
I don't think any of you want to lock yourselves in here. And are you taking the full rest here?
I'd vote to say yes.
I'm low on spell slots, so yes.
yes.
Alright.
Literally,
Do
no
we-
one can go into this hut but us. So yeah, definitely.
I'm fine with this.
What time of day is it?
Only like one fear I have about staying in here.
So... Ooh. Okay. So that's rolled. At this point, I'd say you're probably pushing on. You've been in here for a while. It takes several minutes to climb up and down there. You came in at day. You're probably hitting the afternoon at this point. Like late afternoon. You've done a lot in here.
See, my fear is that Strahd's gonna find this place and he's gonna use the code word to shrink it while we're in it.
That would suck.
Let me look something up really quick.
Does it say anything about changing the command word, or is that not a thing we can do?
I don't think it mentions that. Let me go back to the magic item real quick.
Also, if you like to tune something, you could change the command word.
It's not an attunement thing. So I think the command word would just be the same.
Yeah, it's probably the command word's probably like set when the item is made.
But Clover will look at all you as y'all talking about this. There was a whole bunch of cobwebs while we came in here. I doubt he is going to come in here and shrink it.
Unless he walks through his walls.
You know, the fire that we distinguished. Extinguished.
Maybe we should have watches.
Agreed.
I will stay watch for the most part. Because above game, I double checked because I heard this before. For a long rest, you don't have to actually sleep. For example, if you were just doing a light activity, let's just like stay and watch, as long as it's not, when you would like need to sleep, since it's only like early on, I could stay up during this long rest. if the rest of you need to like sleep to recover.
Okay.
Plus, I use like no resources, and I'll just passively regain all my health anyway.
Makes sense to me.
So Raoul will stay up. If anyone else needs to do shifts, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll do shifts so you get the teleport to stop trying to kill us.
I'll do shift.
I do a shift.
All right.
Okay. Alright, so I guess whoever's first, roll perception.
Another thing, are we doing this in like groups or are we just doing it one at a time?
We
You
might
doing
be
a
able-
2-man or a 1?
It could be 2, like 2 and 2. The rest of you guys switch out.
Okay.
I'm going to take advantage of my heightened senses and rely on hearing or smelling, so I get advantage on this perception. So I'll start with a 19.
So with a 19, you definitely hear the thunder and rain from outside. Other than that, it seems relatively calm. Let's see, I rolled how many times? Okay. So yeah, on your watch, other than the rain and the storming, which is muffled obviously in the castle, but you can still sort of hear it, there doesn't appear to be any other noises or any smells. You're pretty cut off with this particular area, so...
Whoever's up doing their shift, Bravo will still stay awake. He's just kind of closing his eyes, and my passive will be 18 if you want to use that, Draco. But
Okay.
if other people need to roll, then
I'll say Kardak is with Raoul at for like this watch.
Alright, for the first one.
And I guess I'll look with Clover. Next shift.
Alright.
Go with that.
Okay. So, Kai and Clover next. Either both of you can roll a perception of your own, or one of you can give advantage to the other.
Who has a better perception?
I got a +5.
Yeah, you do it. I'll give you advantage.
20.
Okay.
Thank God for that advantage.
Just for my clarification, are you guys the last watch, or is there one more after you?
Did someone else want to do a watch, or?
I'll do one.
Okay.
Should we have Kardak and roll a persuasion? Or okay, actually,
I was gonna say that you just gave Raoul advantage.
I mean, I already have advantage, so he
'Cause he
can
got
roll
the
a separate
19.
one for another.
But yeah, if
He
you
can roll
want
another one
to
on
work
his
with
watch.
Bolt on his watch, you could do it then. Okay, so with a 20, like Raoul, you can sort of hear the rain and the thunder and lightning. Well, the thunder, not the lightning outside. Which, muffled though it is, you're sealed off where you currently are. So, if something was coming in here, you would hear the door to the treasury open first. And you hone in on that door while you're on your watch to see if you hear any sound at all. And with a 20, it seems pretty calm.
This whole time, it's just trying to talk to the halberd, make it stop.
Roll me your choice, persuasion or intimidation against this halberd.
All right, all right. Listen here. You weren't able to hit anything by yourself. You were able to hit something when you were in my hands. Do the math. Either you stick with me, help me out, or you become splinters like your friends.
Okay, roll intimidation with advantage because it got to see the carnage. 24. After a few moments, the halberd ceases moving.
I'm glad we have an understanding.
Rover will look over to Kai. I have a question.
All right.
So I'm just going to. Oh, what the fuck?
What the heck happened? Why did everything just suddenly go dark for all of you? What the hell?
What did you do?
Oh shit! Strahd actually closed up the temple and killed everybody.
Well,
He knows what I was about to ask.
ask your question. I'll try to figure this out.
So okay, she looks at Kai and is, well, one of the reason why I came looking for you is because I made an oath to someone, and I need an answer from you.
An oath? Fucking
Yeah.
who?
Let's say that she's kind of my informant for the cult of Lutheria to help me find them and get rid of them.
You what?
Wait, what?
Clove, please do not tell me that you're working together with somebody related to those people.
I mean, I've been working with her for 5 years. She's
Oh
trying to
my
help me find
God.
Maverick. She's trying to help me find Maverick.
Why the fuck would you want to find that old fossil?
He tried to kill my mother, so I'm trying to kill him, okay?
And he's probably bitter and old in a shack somewhere. Who gives a fuck?
I do.
Okay. Fine. What is it? What do you need to ask me?
Have you ever had feelings towards me?
Huh?
I like to think that everyone that's anywhere near them, like this, their eye just opened up and they're just like, listen.
Quimby pulls out of nowhere some popcorn that he found and quietly crunches.
Have I ever had feelings for you?
Like Evie.
What? No?
She slowly just shakes her head up and down. Okay.
Just squint his eyes. Why?
The informant likes me and she wants me to, at least wants me to get closure for myself to, I guess.
Closure. Did you think I did?
No?
Why the fuck is... He's gonna roll an insight.
I would be surprised if you didn't roll insight.
9.
Well, look, okay, look. I had feelings for you since I was a kid, okay?
Huh?
Yeah. You have Evie now, so I'm just gonna drop it.
More the fact that you're more like a sister to me, really. So it's a little weird.
She bites her lip just a little at that comment.
I'm gonna do something funny.
What is this for?
What are your passive perceptions, Evie or Kai and Clover?
12.
15.
16?
15.
15. Okay. He hides what he was saying well.
Look, this person likes me, and she wanted me to at least to make sure that you don't reciprocate the same feelings for me. I mean, I do kind of like her too, but I wasn't too sure because I had.
Fucking go for it.
Yeah.
Because, kind of gestures to Evie and also, childhood friends. You're kind of like I said, like a little sister, and I care about you, just not like that.
You're really twisting the knife saying it twice.
Well, her name is Cynthia, and she. That's probably not important for right now.
No, we're kind of, it's gestures to everything.
He's kind of the. There you go.
Say again? What? The fuck did you just say?
He's the daughter of Luther.
I will talk to you later about this.
Sure.
It's not the time or the place.
She has that awkward smile on her face.
You're just as reckless as when we were kids. He just flicks her forehead and gets up.
She rubs her forehead and gets up to go wake up the next watch.
In his head. God, that was awkward.
Somewhere, Alu is like, I have a very strong urge to cast spells all of a sudden. I don't know why.
Clover, I'm gonna have you roll just a small perception check really quick. Yeah, no. As far as you know, you had a very private moment with Kai and no one heard anything.
I don't want to do something funny.
I sit next to Evie.
Draco, were you doing what I think you were doing?
Above board, Quindy was spying on them the whole time.
Well, yes.
And the other thing, the thing he was hiding, he said oof.
And that deception roll is for Clover to keep her composure.
I wanna. Can I retroactively also roll a deception roll? Because
Sure.
Karnak would have definitely been hearing this. Well, that's a double that 20.
God,
You heard all of that.
you heard everything, and as far as they know, you were asleep.
I'm not gonna hide it.
I like to imagine the two of you, Karnak, would be just look at each other very, quickly, you both know exactly what's happening.
You remember those owls in Pocahontas that just look at do that
that side look at each other and then look back.
Yes.
I was gonna say really quick because I have a terrible deception. As Clover and Kai are walking back, you just see his ears twitch. You knew he was awake, but he's just not gonna say anything about this because it's none of his business. Yep. So I'm just like, I'm choosing to pretend to not hear your conversation.
Actually, before we go into the room, Kai will say one more thing to Clover. He just looks over at her. You know you could do way better than me, right? It's like I do not have my shit together.
As you look now, you do. And she just walks away.
Huh.
I don't know what's happening here, but try as I might, I cannot fix the lighting. For the life of me. And turning on Explorer mode just reveals the entire map. So, who I next watch again?
See-
Old Kardak?
See, Broughton called me crazy when I texted him. Was just like, do you think? I don't know. I get this weird feeling.
No, you
Like-
yeah, you called it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I give them a benefit of the doubt. Like, nah, it's probably something else.
Just like, okay, yeah, no, you're right. I'm just crazy.
Yeah.
No, you scouted it.
I mean, the picture of Cynthia's in the art room. On the Discord.
Okay, just like, yeah, no, go for it. Go.
I think Bolt was next.
Yep, Bolt and Kardak, I believe.
Kardak, what's your perception?
My perception passive is 11.
Draco, are we supposed to see everything?
No, I'm just I'm doing various things to see if I can fix this mess.
Wait a minute,
Okay.
I did mine with Raoul.
I'm very zoomed in, so I didn't see
Okay.
everything except for the fact that what we
Where's the
already
fog, dude?
explored was visible. So
Okay.
This watch should be like Bolt and Antonius.
True. I mean, you never rolled when Raul was going, so I thought we were
Okay, well,
putting you
we'll
with
just switch
Bolt.
it. We'll just switch it.
Yeah.
That actually works.
Yeah. So what is yours, Kardak?
11.
Alright. I have a +6. So I'll give you advantage. Go ahead.
Just a straight perception.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That is
It'll be
an
18.
18.
Okay, 18. I'm just doing something in the background real quick before I... Let's see, you're technically separated by... Those are open. Oh, wait. Oh, well. I'm just gonna hide that real quick. You saw nothing. You're sitting in the tower, Karnak, and you hear what sounds like a scuffle far away from your current position.
Does it sound like it's coming closer?
At the current moment, no. But it sounds like maybe it's coming from the study, where Aramis, the shield guardian, is.
Shield guardian. No.
I'm just gonna have some combat happening. He goes first. There's gonna be some rolls. I think I toggled it to GM, so we'll see.
He's a sturdy boy. He can handle it.
You know what the best part is? He can't even tell you anything. He has no means of communication. So if anything had happened, you would be none the wiser, aside from the fact he looks like he's beaten up, maybe. Or if there's corpses in the room.
So for sake of mechanics, can we
God,
just say
it's
that
like-
the helper works like a dancing sword?
Yeah.
It's like God of War 2018. Kratos goes into the light and comes back out, and there's just piles of elf bodies all over.
All right, Clover. There's a good news, bad news. Good news, you got a sick cat that shoots lasers. Bad news, Kai shot you down hard.
Yeah.
Luckily, there's a vampire she could take her anger out on.
She needs a T-shirt that says, "I lost my childhood crush, and all I got was this hat."
2 and ooh, that is rough. But it's his turn next.
And we can't even go to help him without breaking the rest. So it's like, well,
Yeah. Okay, let me make a note. Okay. The other thing is, an effect that's happening can only be ended by a short or long rest, I believe, and don't know if that's happening anytime soon. For him specifically.
oh no.
I have to adjust his sheet a little bit because of whatever effect just procced. And let's see. 1, 2.
I kind of want to imagine for Karnak and Bolt, they're just hearing like very soft and muffled doom music coming from like the room over. It's like, the heck is that?
Bolt, you're hearing this, right?
Unfortunately.
Very cool. So you can't.
We some of this place is closed. Let's source those. I want to look there. What?
And that's a lot of dice.
Sure is. Oh, wait, no, yeah, that's definitely it. Once.
You know, while Trico's doing that, I want Raul to have a small RP moment with Bolt and Karnak.
Sure.
If that is okay.
You know, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, you have a lot to do.
Yeah.
Raul's just gonna make Dad noises getting up and just go over, sit next to Bolt and Kardak. Do you hear anything?
Something's going on outside.
Fortunately, we can't really do much about it. But
Nor do I
Because-
want to. I don't want to wake anyone else up.
probably for the best that we stay hidden, but I want to check in on you too.
What's up?
Just how have you been holding up?
Wait, I just realized I forgot something. Something really important. So hold
This
on.
seems to be, the end of the journey. I'm just wondering what you two are thinking. Like, there's a very real chance we go down here or you guys get to go home.
Being honest, I hope for the latter. There's only one.
I think you cut out there for the second half, Daluna.
No, like he's trying to find the words. Like he's actually grasping for it. And he just outright just says, "I miss my family. I miss my mother. I miss my father, my sister. There's a part of me that wishes I never went on this quest. At the same time, I want to bet any of you guys."
Well, I'm glad that you were here to fight by our side, and I know the past month or two has been very harrowing and traumatic to say the least, but despite everything, I think you're still you, and I'm proud to see that.
Oh, this rule. Once this is all over, if you ever want to step away from everything, if you ever want a place to relax, I know for a fact my village will welcome you with open arms.
I'm glad to hear that.
Same
Have
to
a
you,
lot-
Bolt. Kardak looks over his shoulder to everyone sleeping. Same to everyone in this little fortress of ours.
Well, let's just make sure that everyone gets out safely. You are the big brother after all, right? That's where I'll pat you on the back.
He chuckles at that, and then he stops and he just like, all right, I've lost one on my watch. I'll be damned if I lose another.
I have faith in you. And it may be cheesy to say, but you have the heart of a true dragon within you.
Pass it around, by the way. As much as everyone might be tempted on doing it, when the final battle starts, don't get too close to him.
I'll try my best, but I can take a hit too.
Trust me. Don't get close.
I'll take your word for it. We'll see who gets there faster.
After your conversation, silence. You don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but whatever combat was happening over there is over.
Can I roll a perception check to see if I hear anything?
Sure.
Since it's hearing, I'm going to use advantage. 27.
With the 27, it's different from the null, but you hear what sounds like something fading out of existence, and the creaking of steel and wood. It shifts a bit and then stops. You get the feeling that the Shield Guardian probably won whatever that fight was against whatever, but how banged up he is unclear just from the sounds.
I'll relay this information to Kardak.
Great. Just
It's probably time to get everyone up. If that's the end of the long rest, then Draco.
Yep, everyone restore all your spell slots and your health. I, for some reason, still can't get the stupid page to work properly, and it's annoying me.
He looks over at Evie. You didn't hear anything last night, did you?
No, I slept pretty hard.
Good.
Hold on. I have to do one more Quinby roll.
Hold
Because
on.
he definitely
Okay,
heard things.
Because of my double nat 20, can I look at Quimby? And can I do a sleight of hand to wink at him?
You don't have to. He rolled a natural 20. He has just a completely neutral face. This boy could play poker, absolutely, 100%.
It's amazing that he can, considering that every other time you would think that he would not be that good at that.
Yeah. He looks at you, a very serious look in his eyes. You get the feeling he really wants to say something, but he is holding it back. The floodgates are so close to bursting, but he is holding strong.
Clover sits up. Okay.
Oh, now that he actively knows.
She
But
keeps
not
like,
everyone knows yet.
Yeah, not everyone knows. I guess
Nope.
insight from those in the know, and I guess technically those not in the know too.
I think Antonius would be curious because Clover
He's more worried.
keeps
Another
looking like
19.
Ludmilla.
Oh, Quinby has you scouted from a mile away. What is with all these nat 20s?
I guess I'll do AV too.
Just barely, Antonius. Just barely.
I know.
Evie
got a
apparently
19.
also has a feeling. She just barely beat you, so I feel like she now has a bit of a feeling what might have happened.
as y'all guys look at Clover, she has like a straight face, but her eyes are red.
Poor baby.
Quinby is going to look at Kardak again, pleadingly.
Again, like, it's that patented big brother stare. Don't do it. Like, without saying any word, if you have an older sibling or a younger sibling, you know that stare.
But Quimby's eyes keep getting bigger and bigger. And you can
Okay.
see more highlights just show up in the eyes, like dancing.
You know
To
what?
prevent the awkwardness.
I didn't have Dan or Dave roll. I have no hope with. Oh my god, no fucking way.
Kai is the only one.
Everyone except Antonius basically
Kai is
figured
literally the
things
only
out.
one.
I didn't, I didn't think
And
there was
Kai.
any way that Dan would know, but somehow he's like,
Of course, Dan knows about love.
Have you seen him?
yeah, he's been in so many relationships. Like there was that one with that girl when he was a child, and then there was, and also, and who could forget?
Okay. Okay, some news to report. I think the Guardian got into a scuffle.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell, but the Guardian might be destroyed again.
Ease is immediately running to the door to try and see what happened. Like the door immediately gets swung open, and she's rushing.
Let's run after her.
Oh, shit.
Okay, let me... The only other thing I could think to do is just get rid of dynamic lighting altogether, but that's going to reveal the entire map, I'm pretty sure. Or rather, turn on Explorer mode again, which is going to fuck with the map. And basically reveal everything. So I'm not sure what to do here. I want you guys to be able to see, but I don't want you to see literally everything. This is a conundrum, if there ever was one. I'd love to keep going, but if Roll20 is actively going to fight us... Okay, let me move this group. Did that do anything to anyone's vision, me moving some of your tokens?
No, it's still pitch black for me.
Okay. Out of curiosity, I'm going to move you back to a map that has your tokens still, and see if that fixes anything. Like, if you on a different map, you can see things, and it's just this map in particular that's fighting us.
I refresh and I see everything revealed, but I can actually see now.
I see something.
Fresh.
Because I'm refreshing for chat, too, and they, like, have darkness. Complete and utter darkness. Okay, on this map, you guys can see just fine. The things that you've already encountered. If I go back to map 5, the map that's giving us some buggy issues for some reason.
I think it's just this map.
Hopefully we don't have to use this map much longer.
Well, there are some rooms I would have liked you to go to on this map, but if it's gonna fight us the entire way, I don't know if we're gonna be able to explore this map.
Well, I mean, even if we do say everything, let's just all, keep game states and only know what we're supposed to know.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have you, at least, I have Explorer mode. What happens if I hit reset for Explorer mode and then just move you guys around a little bit? Do. And you were in here. I'll move you back in there. Okay, now let's see what chat can see now that I've left the room and come back. Roll20 is really... I like Roll20. It is my favorite VTT, but goddamn Roll20, get your shit sorted. Yep, chat's only seeing the pitch black.
Strahd really does not want us to see what's been going on.
Strahd cast permanent darkness on the entire castle. It is undispellable.
No, it's just a...
So, you make your way back into the study, And you see Aramis the Shield Guardian, and he looks... Honestly, physically, he looks fine, but he looks weaker somehow. Like, he looks exceptionally weaker. Like, his punches probably cannot do nearly as much. And upon examination, Ys discovers that it looks as though he used the spell that she stored in him. So he was definitely attacked. He succeeded, but he's immensely hindered. Also, if anyone had the mending spell, they could maybe repair him. Or actually, let me look into his stat block properly, because I think he has regen. Alright, let's see. Regen. Okay, so he does have regen. At the start of his turn, he gains at least 1 hit point. If he has 1 hit point, he gets 10. With mending, I'm going to say, if you guys want to take an additional hour for a short rest, you can probably get him back up to fully healed. And he would finally get his strength back. You would have no way of knowing this because there's no corpses or anything, but he fought 5 shadows last night. He soloed 5 shadows, and they got his strength to 6. If that went to 0, he would be dead. You would be down 1 shield guardian.
Oof.
And he's just going to spend a spell slot to give him the lightning bolt again. If he gets attacked, he shoots lightning bolt.
Well, we'll pull out his tinker's tools and get to work repairing.
Alright. That could have been much worse.
Clover looks at the party. So we're killing the vampire today, are we?
Yes.
Good.
This might be of interest to Antonius. From the Tome of Strahd, you know this room down here is the music room, where Strahd and Tatiana were singing.
Ooh. Music room? Music room. Music room. Music room? Music.
I figured that would be of interest to you. The rest of you would also know that, but I feel Antonius very specifically would be the most interested in that information.
Music room. He's gonna try sneaking off, driving the keyword.
Roll stealth versus anyone who's keeping close eyes perception.
Oh my god!
Well, you know what time it is. Him. Why did it not play? There it goes.
Clover's too distracted with her own stuff.
Yep.
Oh, Bolt has you on lock.
What's the damage?
Bolt, you see Antonius trying to sneak off to the music room.
Just walks over and just grabs him by the scruff of his shirt. No.
Music. You know what I am? I'm a bard. You know what I do? Music.
Just points to the shield guardian, and that's what happens when you go by yourself.
While he's pointing to the shield guardian, he's gonna try slipping out of his cloak.
I think you need a different kind of check instead of sleight of hand. To slip.
Yeah.
It would be
Okay.
It would be acrobatics.
Acrobatics versus
Acrobatics.
athletics, or Bolt's athletics or acrobatics of your choice.
Okay. Good luck.
Aw.
Well, Antonius manages to jump out of his cloak and opens the door. And I will describe the room as you see it. Oh, I guess technically this is a dining hall, but there is instruments all over the place, including a very big harp, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Dust assaults your lungs. A sweet yet pungent smell of decay fills this room, in the center of which stands a long oak table. A blanket of dust covers the tabletop, its fine china and silverware in the center of the table. A large, tiered cake leans heavily to one side. The once white frosting has turned green with age. Cobwebs hang like a dusty lace down every side of the cake. A single doll figure of a well-dressed woman adorns the crest of the cake. Suspended above a web-shrouded chandelier of forged iron, an arched window in the south wall is draped with heavy curtains. Resting in a wooden stand by the window is a dusty lute that stands quietly in the southwest corner, a tall harp shrouded in cobwebs. Though definitely not cared for at this moment, you get the feeling this harp could still play a beautiful tune if you wanted to take the effort to do so. Of course, you'd have to blow away some of the cobwebs and do some cleaning, but that won't take too long, and then you could do a performance check to play it.
I have to wonder, like, how old this cake is. Like, if it's so old, it doesn't even smell anymore.
Ancient. Ancient, it seems. But, Antonius, what would you like to do now that you see this room in its glory?
What were the instruments again?
The harp is right over here in this corner. There's a dusty lute that looks decrepit. Like, that one isn't worth possible to salvage, but the harp absolutely is. Just a little bit of dusting and it can play like new almost. It's about 6.5 feet tall, weighs close to 300 pounds, you'd wager. Made of dark stained wood carved with images of hearts and roses. It's taut strings made of gut. But again, you just have to rush over, dust off the cobwebs, and it's very easily playable if you wanted to play it here and now.
Oh, the temptation is so high for this little cat. He's a little bit cautious, but he also wants to play some music. He's worried his claws might get in the way.
Well, hey, you're a tabaxi. Those are retractable.
Have you ever thought of how hard it would be to play the harp with the pads of a paw?
Nope. I have not. Not something that has come up in my day-to-day. But for the sake of ease, you would be able to play this harp.
I would be able to play, even though...
Yes,
claws?
we're going to say that it is possible for you to play the harp.
Antonius is a very skilled cat in that case.
Yes, yes he is. Look, he went to Bard College. I'd be more surprised if he wasn't skilled with instruments.
Well, he could be skilled in certain instruments, but not others.
I suppose.
Like, I'm skilled in violin doesn't mean I'm automatically proficient in woodwinds.
True. I mean, what is Antonius properly proficient in? Like, what is his instrument of choice again? I forget. You have proficiency in, it looks like, flute, viol, drum. You have flute, viol, and drum as your instruments of choice. One of those is a stringed instrument. It's not exactly a harp, but... So I'm not going to say you have advantage on your performance check, but you could certainly do a performance check, straight roll, if you wanted to on the harp. But again, it's entirely up to you if you rush in and play it.
Antonius is gonna try seeing if there's any spells put on it first.
Do you have detect magic?
That is a good question.
I do not believe you do.
Detect thoughts, magic mouth. None of these are detect magic.
Nope. I mean, one of you have detect magic, but it is not Antonius.
And you kind of ran off on your own.
Could I use Arcana to see?
That would be more to identify a spell that was cast. I mean, I guess you could roll Arcana if you really wanted to see if you could maybe get an inkling on what it could be.
Okay, because like that would probably be like the most logical using Arcana. I'll try Arcana.
Natural one. You don't know if this thing is magical. It's pretty. If this was taken care of, this would be a great, great harp.
Since Antonius is none the wiser, he's gonna play it.
Right, roll me a charisma performance check.
Why is he rolling so trash and thinks he should be proficient in?
It's not great. It's covered in like cobwebs and dust. I said you didn't quite clear it off first, so that's hampering your playing ability. You can give it another go if you like.
Okay, he shakes off all the cobwebs, starts furiously licking his paw, and then shakes off his paw again, and then tries performing again.
$13. You do a bit better, but it's not quite exactly what you're looking for. Although now that you've played a little bit with the harp, you do notice the lute seems to be glowing a little bit. Not sure what that's about. It's covered in dust, but it could be magical.
Real quick, can I?
To it and try doing again an Arcana, even though I know it's technically not that.
Can I assume that we've all heard the music in the room?
Yeah, you've heard
that we're all in.
Antonius jamming out. So I'll say this above board.
I just saw what Choco posted. In general.
In general.
That's so good.
It's really good. And that's basically what your playing was at first. Above board, I'll say, for something to trigger in this room, you needed to hit a 15, but you were just barely under. However, there is something in this room that is magical. That isn't related to the thing you needed to hit.
I'm gonna do an Arcana again, but this time on the lute.
Okay, with a 20, you heard in Bard College there were certain instruments known as instruments of the bards. They come in all shapes and sizes. This appears to be a lute. So if you had to guess, it could be a DOS lute. These are powerful bardic instruments that grant its users very specific abilities. With a 20, you know that's the case, but you don't know what a DOS lute would have on it or what specifically the bard instruments will do, or instruments of the bard will do, but you know it is a possibility that this could be that ancient. And, well, it's an uncommon one, but still pretty cool for a bard such as yourself. It would require attunement. You cut out a bit. What does Antonius do?
He will try taking the lute and ponder how to clean it up a bit first and then play it without attunement and then try attuning to it.
Interesting choice. I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw because you did not attune to it before playing it.
Oh my gosh, Antonius is just sucking this.
Power of going alone.
You feel the instrument is offended that you didn't attune to it, and you take 4 psychic damage as it lashes out at you.
A petty instrument for a petty bard.
Oh shit.
Damn.
It's like, how dare
The audacity.
you dare touch me? You dare touch me? Your grubby little hands. At least attune to me first. Gosh.
I saw how you played that harp.
What kind of bard doesn't have prestidigitation? It's like the most common spell.
Okay. You will like the DOS loop once you attune, and if you start attuning, if no one stops you, while you're attuning, you hear a ghostly voice say in the room, "Well, you tried your best, kid, but it wasn't quite good enough." I imagine you'd all hear that if you've walked into the room after hearing the music from before.
Yeah, we'd probably
Yeah.
be
See
chasing
what the
after him.
commotion is about.
And
How long does it take for attunement?
it takes an hour to attune. And as you rush in, you see, and you're still attuning. I don't know if you've reacted to that voice aside from the fact of being annoyed at it. You see a ghost of a very squat little man, probably like 4 feet max. He looks to be dressed in a jester's outfit and has a dunce cap with a little jingling bell at the point of the dunce cap. You know, if you were a bit of a better player, I'd tell you about something I know about another weapon, or another instrument that could be of interest, but unfortunately, you're just not that good a player. Almost. A little bit of work, maybe you could be a bit better.
Antonius, are you gonna take that line down? He just called you a bad bard.
Can I, while mid-attunement, try using a spell?
No, your focus is on attuning.
Okay. I'll let it slide this time.
Well,
You could hear him gritting his teeth while he's trying to attune to this thing.
well, I'm going back to my eternal rest. Hopefully you get better the next time you summon me.
Who the hell's that?
Ah,
I don't know, some
pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Piddlewick the First. I was a jester here in Castle Ravenloft until I was pushed down some stairs. It was by a little construct named after me. I hate that little gremlin.
Is it still
No.
around, or?
I mean, I imagine so. I don't go looking for the little cursed thing.
how long ago was this? What'd you say?
I mean, it's hard to keep track of time when you're locked in a room for all eternity. Centuries, maybe? Probably centuries. Pretty sure it was before Strahd was a vampire. Yes, it was definitely before he was a vampire.
Jesus. Like,
And
I say
then-
that above game, I don't say that in character. I realized, like, wait, nope, he wouldn't be able to say that because he doesn't know who Jesus is.
Hmm.
Who's
there-
Jesus Scales?
Is there any way for you to pass on, or are you kind of just stuck here?
I mean, I was kind of resting. Normally, like, if someone were to play that harp really well, that would get my attention, but I mean... He looks at Antonius. Close enough, but not quite. Enough to stir me, but not enough to wow me, you know? I'm just gonna get back to my eternal rest. Toodaloo! And he, fades before your eyes.
Uh,
You think if anyone tried playing that, he would like appear?
maybe. You want to give it a shot, Wolfie?
I swear, if he gets it
Fuck it.
better,
Fuck it. Hey, Irina, come check this out with me.
Alright. Oh, sorry, I was still in Piddlewick's voice. Alright.
All right. Gonna sit down at the harp. Straighten up. I'm gonna get guidance cast on Raoul.
Okay. And you have guidance. Not
13.
About the
good
same.
enough. You did about the same as Antonius without any training into instrument play.
All right.
You know what?
Let me
Clover
take a
walks
crack
over.
at it.
Oh.
Clover stops.
Let me try to take a crack at it. Just cracks his knuckles.
Irina casts guidance on you guys. For some reason, she knows straighten up your back, arms here.
It might be from her previous life as Tatiana. Some of those skills bleeding through.
Yeah.
Oh
Roll
my
E4.
god. You play a magnificent song on this harp. It's beautiful. It moves the people in the room to tears, and the ghost of Piddlewick returns. Brava! Brava! Well done! Do you have any training in playing a harp? You did magnificent!
I mean, I took it up a little bit when I was younger, but nothing really came of it, so I don't really do it anymore.
Ah, what a waste! Good sir! You could be a bard if you just put your mind to it, absolutely. Let me tell you a little secret I have. If you go to my tomb, you might find something that would be fantastic for... He looks at Antonius, then gets a little closer to your ear. A better bard than that one.
Antonius is like really trying to keep his mouth shut.
All right, well, how about you tell me where this thing is?
Well, you gotta go down to where the crypts are, which is the bottommost floor, beneath the ground floor, obviously. There's a bunch of tombs around there. Just look for the tomb that says Piddlewick on it. Piddlwick. That's me.
He just winks at him. Gotcha. Thanks.
No problem. And once again, toodaloo. And he fades, and Antonius, you are now officially attuned to an instrument of bards, the Das Lute. You can use an action to play the instrument and cast one of your spells from the instrument. It has to be cast... instrument has to be used to cast the spell. It can't be used to cast that spell again until the next dawn. The spell uses your spell casting ability and spell save DC. When you use the instrument to cast, that causes targets to become charmed on a failed save. Targets have disadvantage on that saving throw. This effect applies whether you're using the instrument as the source of the spell or as a spellcasting focus. You now have the following spells through the instrument: Fly, Invisibility, Levitate, protection from evil and good, as well as animal friendship, protection from energy, fire specifically, and protection from poison.
Okay, good. I can be somewhat impervious to the thing I hate.
Yep.
Well, fear.
Well, resistant.
Yeah, that's why I was
but yeah.
laughing.
It really is accidentally the perfect instrument for Antonius.
Antonius is like mentally raging because of the situation earlier. So he's gonna try doing another performance because he's pissed off.
Kai just shrugs. I literally just thought of
No.
a beginner
don't.
lesson when I was little,
Nope,
so
nope.
I don't know what to tell you.
25. You perform a magnificent piece, even better than Kai's from before. You put your heart and soul into this performance. This may be the best song you've ever played.
It's basically playing the harp version of Hot Cross Buns.
And,
Well, Clover just looks at the both of you and just said, I heard better. And she starts walking away.
and
I mean, no shit.
on that note, Antonius, you finish your performance, you look expectantly for Piddlewick to appear, and he doesn't.
He's just pissed off.
You know, you could have just, stopped the tuning for a moment to try playing something a little better, but it's alright. You played a really good song, though.
Guy just ruffles up his his head.
Hold on. Did you just basically do that SpongeBob thing? Great job, Squidward. All those wrong notes made it sound unique.
Yes.
I'm partial to the key of A minor myself.
He just
Listen,
ruffled
the
up
fact
to
that-
Antonius's head. Yeah, he doesn't know anything. He's dead.
I just love the irony that somehow Raoul got the same amount of performance on a harp as Antonius did.
Yeah. Through sheer determination.
Listen, you can do you see the pads on my paws?
Do you see
You
my...
have like
do
you have like your claws are more suited for harps than my paws are.
With his
I mean,
big, beefy claws.
my big, meaty, sausage, hairy wolf fingers?
Kai just
I
looks
You
can
are
at
only,
his,
better
use one, I
suited
can only do
for
one
it.
finger at a time.
Kai just looks at his claws. I don't really know where you got the signs on that, but sure. Whatever you say.
Right. There is a door over to the right and the left. And I'll give this to you, Clover. You get the feeling, based on like the position of everything in the castle and what you've seen so far, the staircase you originally went up is over this way. And that also leads down to the ground floor if you'd want to go that way.
Clover's heading that way.
Right. And that would bring you through a hallway first. When you go towards this hallway... Whoops, I didn't mean to hit that twice. A door of delicately engraved steel stands at the west end of this short, dark hallway. Intricate details stand out clearly on the door's surface. The door seems to shine with a light of its own, untouched by time. Flanking the door are two alcoves in the shadows. Dark, vaguely man-shaped figure stands in each alcove.
Can I check for traps?
You certainly can. Do you walk into the room, or do you just sort of gaze from the door frame?
No, she would not walk into the room.
Alright, so then it'd be a perception check, not investigation. Because you're looking around the room instead of going inside and checking walls or anything.
But Clover's not her game today.
With an 11... I mean, those dark figures could just be statues. It's possible. I mean, there's been statues around this place that didn't really do anything. Apart from that,
Clover
and the
just
door, nothing.
she would just walk towards the door and just be ready to move out the way if she gets reached for or get attacked by
Okay,
as
well,
she tries to go open out the door.
gotcha. As you walk through, you notice the figures begin to move, and it turns out they weren't statues, they were a bunch of swarms of rats piled up on top of each other, and they are now swarming toward you. I would have you roll for initiative, but I think we're going to go to the battle screen since we can't actively see on this map. So give me just a second.
It is also 1 in the morning.
That's true. We could just end here, and maybe Roll20 will figure
Let's
its
roll-
nonsense out.
Let's roll initiative right now, and then just go ahead and just so we get that out of the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you find to click your tokens to properly roll the turn
Yes,
order?
I see my name.
It shows your name, like you just can't see anything.
Yeah, hopefully we can get this figured out
Yeah.
another time.
Let's grab the rats. Rats. There, the rats. But where is the rat who makes all the rules? That is the question. Is the rat who makes all the rules
I have a dumb idea how
Strahd?
to take care of these rats. Just survive until it's my turn. Don't worry, guys. I have a plan.
Okay, who hasn't rolled? East hasn't rolled. East Mark hasn't rolled. Or, as he has been dubbed, East Markiplier.
Come on, East Markiplier. You got this.
Yeah, he's been reminding me of a lot of the jokes that we've made.
Quinby got a roll
Like-
already, right? Yes, Quinby rolled.
Yeah, you got 5.
Like the butt chugging of healing potions.
That natural 20 that says bull is for Dan.
Okay.
It says it on the tracker.
Yep. The natural 21. Let's see, we got Dan, Dave, East, Aramis, the Shield Guardian, East, Mark, Quinby. Believe Evie got a roll, or yes, Evie has a roll.
Kind of even right next to each other again.
Okay, and get a room. Okay.
Clover looks towards the sky.
Quinby again looks at Karnak. Come on, I gotta say something. Look at her. It's so sad. I'm breaking here.
She looks like a
Sounds
sad
like-
puppy.
Smells like rain.
I mean, it is raining outside. It might be. Maybe there's a
But she's like,
leak.
you can literally hear Evanescence playing around her.
Goodness.
I'm Not Sorry for Loving You starts playing from the epic musical.
Oh God.
Oh yes.
We still
See, I
haven't
was-
watched that.
Yeah.
I
we
was
have-
stone faced until you said that song in particular. I'm like, God damn it.
The sad thing is that's one of my favorite songs.
It's literally just old more that.
That and Hold 'Em Down.
Okay, well, I hold him down.
Honestly, I just like the flow of the song.
Okay. As long as that's it.
All right. But let's start going around the horn. Who would like to go first?
I got nothing to plug, so I'll do mine really quick.
Okie doke.
You could find me out here on Wednesdays playing Raoul. That's it. Next person.
Short, sweet, and to the point.
I mean,
I'll go.
today was hilarious. I'm just gonna say that.
I'll go.
Start, medium, and bam.
I had fun tonight. You can find me here playing as Kai Vermillion on Wednesdays. And tomorrow I will be DMing for the Lost Knights once again. For the As a Plenty to finally finish that up, because there shouldn't be anything left after this. Hopefully they can get through it. And that is about it. Sure, Hoshi, go.
Hello, I'm Royal Hoshi. You can find me on all social media as Royal Hoshi. Tuesdays, you can find a lot of us on Burnout Spawn channel playing Phase of Our Lives. As we come face to face with another hag. And also on our off weeks on Tuesday, you can find me, Draco, and Chaco playing Baldur 3. As we're going through the sewers, we just killed the vampire lord. We just finished up the grease mobs. And I believe we should be going off to Orphix next, I believe.
I believe that's right.
And hopefully we have time to save that one person that's stuck in prison.
Hopefully, and have all the spell slots and actual weapons we need.
Yeah, because I'm completely drained on all those right now. Wednesday you can find me here playing Clover, the sad girl.
Sorry, I just don't like you that way, okay?
You did this to me.
You did this to yourself. I don't know what you're talking about.
She got closure.
Quote unquote.
Quotation mark.
I'm reminded of Larxine's quote from Chain of Memories when Repliku falls to the ground broken. Broke her heart, more like shattered it.
Looks like Tarla's not the only one that's still with somebody from Lutheria. That's related to her. Oh, that's it for me. Daluna, go.
Hello, my name is Daluna. You can find me on Blue Sky, YouTube, and Twitch at 113. Since Draco mentioned it, I'm going to plug something that we haven't talked about in a long time. If you go on Draco's YouTube channel, you can find the VODs of me and him going through the Kingdom Hearts stuff series. That was honestly still some of the most fun things I was able to coerce myself into being a co-pilot in.
That actually reminds me of something. Deimos, the guy that we watched all of the Union Cross stuff with, has released a Dark Road video going over the entire plot of Dark Road. So that's something
God.
we could seriously watch together as another video for that playlist.
Honestly, like, that would be helpful because I know next to nothing about Dark Road other than that it was, like, apparently Xehanor's origin story.
Yep.
That's literally all I know about it.
And to avoid spoilers, that's all I'll say.
Yeah, like Hoshi mentioned also, like, next Tuesday, schedule permitting, and assuming that we all get, or that everything goes well, you'll find me on Brown Bounce channel for Phase of Our Lives. We hadn't played in a while. I forgot how much fun it is to play as Rhodey. And I had, honestly, like, I feel like I had the silliest moment of that session the week before last.
Oh, I think last week was funny.
Yeah, like, I feel that
That was great.
I had because I'm like, I had to use what I was given, and I'm like, okay, how can I make this funnier?
Decided to crap out.
Yo!
And now it's back. Okay, we're good.
It's being so rude. I think this is the second time I decided to be rude specifically when I'm talking.
Yeah, what the heck?
Like, was it exactly last session where it also cut out when I was trying to talk?
It might have actually. What does OBS have against you?
Wow. It's so rude. Anyway, I go by Yeltamano. I do art streams. Well, at least for now, I'm doing co-working because I have NDA work, so that allows me to stream and technically be working on the thing, just can't show the thing. Also, I totally, yeah. Draco, why does Stream want to cancel me?
I don't know. I don't know why.
Wait, really? It did? Okay.
What happened?
It's canceling me specifically. It doesn't want me to tell chat about our streams together on Fridays, nor our streams together in general, or the stuff that I'm working on, and stuff that we will be seeing sneak peeks of on different social medias. Cough, cough, Dracos.
Could be anyone's.
Anyway, going to the last person, second to last, I guess.
Believe that's Choco.
Hello, I'm Chocolate Zombie 101. You can find me all over social media as some form of Chocolate Zombie 101. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays. You can find me, Hoshi, and Draco playing Baldur Gate 3, where we slayed a vampire and dealt with a man who had an unhealthy obsession with griefs and killing cultists. So that was fun. And then when we're not doing that, every other Tuesday you can find me, Daluna, Draco, and Hoshi over on twitch.tv/burnoutfallen for Face of Our Lives, or while be on Witchlight campaign. We did a play last week. It was fun. I Eric Andre the chair.
Threw a baby at somebody.
Sure did.
If that sounds like things that pique your interest, tune in for that. Wednesdays you can find me here on Wednesday nights playing Curse Strahd as Bolt and Dan in some capacity. And then earlier on Wednesdays you can find me, Daluna, and other people, one of which who may be in this chat but has been silent. Over on twitch.tv/Twitch the person for Power Rangers Cyberstrike, our Power Rangers Tabletop RPG campaign, which is really, really cool. Go watch that. Thursdays, people and time and schedules permitting, you can find us on Draco's stream doing party games, and that's pretty much it for me. Cryptic, since you're here, do you wanna shill?
I take that as a no. Alright.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that would just be me then. Hey everyone, you've already found me here. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. Mondays is Persona 5 Strikers, where I'm pretty sure we're wrapping up the game at this point. We've gone back to Mementos. We're gonna kill the Yaldabaoth too. I'm sorry, I mean the Ark of the Covenant. Totally different, do not steal. Unique OC, for sure. Tuesdays, as previously mentioned, you can find us over at Burnout Bonds for Face of Our Lives, where we did a play, and now we get to talk to a hag. Yes, talk. Sure. And on the other days, you can find us over here with Choco and Hoshi for Baldur's Gate 3. Hopefully we can break that one person out of prison. If not, they're going to die, and we're in a bit of a bad situation after the Grease fight, but we'll see how that goes. Wednesdays, you can find the Night Slayers here, where hopefully Roll20 will decide it wants to work again. That would be nice. I'd love that. For the Rat Swarm fight. Thursdays is our party stream day, and Friday, you can find me and Yelling over here for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, where I'm getting into the DLC Part 2. I've already taken down the Fairy Elite Four member, and I'm going to jump straight to the end of the Dragon guy so I can get Dragon Cheer, so I can finally get Hydrapple. Also, Yelling is nearing the end of the main plot. That's fun, but with all of that said and done, how about we find someone to raid? Let's see, who is Leve? Well, there was someone who I was going to raid because I hadn't raided them in a while, but they have stopped streaming, so I will not be raiding that person, turns out. Let's raid Nedu doing Lies of P.